spice. Talking old killers with the guns and the knives. Better run for your life. And the queen and queens and my ex of Puerto Rican spice. All a bitch doing time, getting caught up with the swipe. Kilo everybody price. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Custom.
ASAP Bird. Yeah!
Hey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. $1 million worth of game. That should be funny when all of you said that. Welcome back to another episode of Everything Under the Sky. I'm your host Lamar with my good folks. We got young Larry Bird in the house. My boy Uriah's here. We got Wax here, young Rasta. I like your shirt, man.
Hola. Thank you, man.
We got New York Mouth here as usual.
Yes, sir.
I feel like we can't even call him a guest no more. He's just like, yeah.
He's a regular.
Yeah, he's a regular.
Yes. Reoccurring guest. Yeah, I like your shirt too.
Thank you. You see, I was trying to represent for
Yeah,
the
it's like
I see
the
that.
USA.
I see that.
Trav is the guest now that comes in like, oh, I know what you want. I got you. Just bring it right out. Like, yeah.
Speaking of that, we need a bartender. It's
Episode 29.
no.
The episode 29 of Everything Under the Sky. What is this? August. A lot's been going on. I feel like it's been kind of slow as far as the media world, but like I feel like a lot of us have been like kind of busy just with life, moving, like really like doing stuff. How you guys been since episode 28?
I mean, I've been good. Today's been a day for me, I ain't gonna lie. It's like just been one of those days. I had hella shit going on, spent way too much money. The shit, yeah, just shit was all over the
Some
place.
sense like a lot of real world stuff. Like,
Yeah.
every day I got something to do.
Yeah, but no, I'm good. Life's good, I'm alive, I'm healthy, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Just it's almost grind time. Summer's coming to an end.
Summer's coming to an end.
But these hot summer days is trying to get their last little shine in though, boy.
I'm
hit
low-key ready for
100
it.
degrees today almost.
That's what I'm saying, I'm ready for it to get cool.
Then it's just been like smoggy heat.
Exactly. It's like, it's crazy because it's like, I know shit's on fire, so I feel like, I don't know if it's the sun heat or the fire heat. It's like, I don't know, it's just like very overwhelming. It's like, I don't know, how y'all feel about this smog polluting? Denver's like, what was it, #1 the other day?
Yeah.
#1 as far as air quality, as far as being the worst air quality, or #1?
Yeah, I got the list. I was gonna bring that up here soon. How's New York Mouth? How you doing this week?
Been good, man. Been good.
Is he New York Mouth? He's like international now. This is what I think, bro. Like, this was everywhere. What are you talking about?
Nah, man, I've been good. I've been good. Got some trips coming up, like my boy just said.
The countdown to Mexico has
Yes, sir.
begun officially.
Yes, sir.
And Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, for some of us.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Mr. Europe over here. But we talked about that last time he was on here,
Yeah.
where he was going and stuff like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to reschedule that shit. This corona is no joke. They got a variant and a variant called Delta Plus, whatever they call
They
it now.
got Frieza, Frieza's final form, and the final form of that. Yo, I thought Cell was done. You just kept transforming. That's what this Delta shit
For
is.
real.
I seen somebody put up a meme with what's the Loki guy? Kane, the Conqueror, and he was like, "You think?
Oh, I saw
You should see my variants."
For real, I saw that too.
That's Corona out here, for real, for real.
It really is.
Yeah, we'll get into Corona a little bit here later. Jerome, you brought up the air quality on Saturday, this past Saturday, Denver definitely had the worst air quality in the world. Like, in the whole world. And it says AQI, I don't know exactly what that stands for, but clearly it's how they rate air quality. So
Index.
It says air quality index, I guess that makes sense. It says cities with the highest air pollution for this day, and it says Denver, USA. Like it doesn't even say Denver, Colorado.
Where we live at.
Denver, USA, 179.
Enjoyed the whole. And then Salt Lake City, who's right to the left of us, if you look at the map.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Johannesburg, Bangladesh, Dubai, Kuwait, Afghanistan, India, Chile. Salt Lake City is number 9, and then Vietnam are number 10. These are like all cities and countries that like have crazy pollution or plants there. It's like no reason that Denver should be up there with them.
Well, it's all these fires in the West. It's just too dry. It's crazy because like
Yeah, you brought up an interesting point to me this past weekend. I was hoping you would share about like just how the air travels with all the smoke.
we were talking about it too in the car. It basically pulls from the West and it comes here, and a lot has to do with the geography of the mountains and stuff like that. Jarrell might be able to explain it a little bit better. But the other thing too is environmentalists have been warning us for a while that this is going to happen. And I think and a lot of people would say this too, that we're past the point of warnings, like we're living in real life of what people were warning us 10 years ago.
They say global warming is global.
I saw the scientists came out the other day, was like, we're at a point of no return.
Yeah, like it's
I
here.
was like, wait, what?
It's here now.
And then they went on to say, like, if we don't take extreme measures, I'm like, yeah, y'all got my attention with no return, but we can reverse this if we.
That's always a way to reverse. I think we asked about global warming on the show a couple weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, or we talked about it for sure. But clearly, I mean, we all agree that global warming is an issue.
Sure. Yeah. They said the topsoil that like all the vegetation grows on is gonna be like not able to grow anything in like 60 years.
Yeah.
Like that's like like you're not gonna be able to farm. Like they're basically. It's something about the carbon, how the carbon is released, and I don't know. It's like basically it's the human's fault why the carbon and shit's not how it used to be, like naturally releasing out of the ground. And yeah, it's kind of like if we don't stop what we're doing, the topsoil is gonna be gone. 60 years. That's very soon.
Oh yeah.
That shit is crazy.
We could still be alive.
Exactly, that's what I was just thinking.
Awesome, bro. I think, it's no reverse, bro. Just like you said, what made this super real for me, like this year, like the air quality, like global warming, we're over. It's done for. As soon as this fool went to the motherfucking space, they leaving us. Like they out already. You know what I'm saying? Once you got a regular nigga in space, it's like bro. Global warming.
What's crazy is
real.
he went to space for like 11 minutes. So bro was just like, you know what? Let's just go up real quick.
Yeah,
and
bro.
come back in the same day.
And it's like it was nothing.
Let's go check out our house.
Let's just go check on the property.
Yeah, let's go check on our new
We're
property.
done.
Really?
Global warming is.
Let's go. So this is
We've
our
seen
space.
this movie plenty of times.
This is the space I've been occupying.
That's how it starts, man.
Niggas is going right to Mars.
I don't know, I saw a video though of some astronaut debunking that. They said like there's a routine to staying in space.
I seen niggas debunking everything.
But I mean, hey, I don't know. They could be. I don't doubt it. I'm just saying. They said you have to have because you're in like there's no gravity, so you have to have a certain routine. Otherwise, you won't be healthy enough to survive.
Jeff Bezos was like, for some reason, anti-gravity, it felt normal. Like,
Yeah, he said all that.
he was like, it just felt like
we
right,
good.
like it's
He's gonna try to sell that shit.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
coming. It's coming.
He's gonna make money off that shit.
Like I said, Ashton Kutcher bought a ticket one way, or not one way, but he bought a ticket to space for $200K.
Yeah.
And that was like 7 years ago, so it's probably a little bit more expensive now. But it's like a tangible thing that you could do.
Yeah, there's a list of people that would just take these trips. There's like 2 companies right now that have spaceships. So we just saw the 2 that went. Those are 2 different companies. Jeff Bezos went, and who was the other person that went?
Virgin Islands, Richard Branson.
Yeah. So.
And this nigga got a whole island. I remember they did MTV Cribs for everybody. You know, remember MTV Cribs?
Shit.
They
That's
did
just
one
coming back.
for Richard Branson, and they went to his island.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And he had a whole island, and he had a whole private house on the island. Crazy. And
That's crazy.
I know Virgin Islands, like he was the owner of the music company, but he had a lot of money in a lot of different things.
So real quick, what would be some things that you guys have seen that they recommend that we need to cut back on to change this? to change the global warming from happening to reverse it?
Cows. People hate cows.
Fertilizing.
Meat. Yeah, in general.
So, number one, fertilizing.
But
Yeah.
cows in specifically because not only are they with the factories, they produce all that methane.
Yeah.
So it's like they're double losses.
Yeah.
But a cow provides a lot of meat. That's all beef.
Yeah,
Like they,
it is.
Yep, the fertilization. I mean the pesticide. That's what I meant to say. Pesticide spray. It's like fucking up the topsoil that I'm talking about. That's what's fucking it up. And then controlled burning. Like the fires that are happening in California. A lot of it's happening because there's a lot of invasive plants that are there now that weren't normally there. And like fires happen all the time. Like California would be on fire like every year around this time, no matter what.
Mhm.
But the fact that all these other plants are there, they catch on fire like more easily and they like pop almost to where they
It's
just
easy. It's like a
it like
it's like a
fuels
firework.
the fire. Yeah, so the fires are just
And
more
it's so
extreme, more than
dry.
they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's just so dry, and then once that wind pick up, it's just so
So
tough.
we can't change that because people have already migrated here. They're like the seeds. They said the seeds came on their clothes when they were like just migrating here, but like then they fell off and just invaded. You know, plants like once they drop seeds, they just keep dropping seeds. It's hard to like get rid of it once it
Yeah.
like drops the seeds.
Once it spreads like that, yeah.
But
I think there's other little things too. Like I think most people don't really know how to recycle correctly. I think even we can get in compost, different things like that. Zero waste as much as possible. Something else that's crazy, and this could be maybe a good segue. They say most people take too long of showers. It's like wasted a lot of water. So yeah.
So maybe so you're saying.
I'm not saying I'm gonna beat it up. No, I'm not saying it's gonna be good. I can see the connection. I can see it. But no.
That's how it starts. No, they're making a lot of sense.
No, I mean I'm one of those guys. They're talking about me when they said that. It's,
I also think it's more complex issues as well. Definitely water, but fossil fuel, environmental issues like fracking.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's a huge hit. But it's like it's a lot of different issues. Is it too late for humans? You know, plants. Is it too late for humans to turn it around? Like, are we like?
that's what
Can
the
we do
scientists
anything?
are saying.
And that's what's
It's a
crazy
grand
is
plan and no return.
it's probably
Crazy.
cool for us, but our kids.
Oh, they're out of kids.
Yeah, like 60 years,
That's
bro.
crazy.
60 years, they won't know what a farm is.
That's
I mean, do we know what a farm is?
I do. I'm from Colorado. Shit.
I mean, kinda. Not
I don't
really.
know what farm life is like.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Nah, I don't.
I mean, I haven't taken care of a farm before, but I've
I haven't been out there. I haven't
seen
been
the
on
farms on the side of the road.
Hey.
I know, but
Have
some
you been
people
on the
just-
farm? That one time we saw the animals.
I mean,
we did do
yeah,
that.
but like I want.
but
like,
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't ride
I'm
no tracks.
living it for like. You ever seen?
Nah, I
Even
grew up
MTV
on
used to have these shows where like they take the rich kid and they just like
Yeah.
replace them.
Yeah.
They put them in the hella country. They be picking up the pig poop. It's like a
Can't do all
whole
that.
different
That's not
world.
made for me.
Like, yeah, Mary Jane, you gotta go down to the lake to get your water. I'm like, I'm just so used to waking up and there being a glass of water right there. Now I have to go to the lake to take a shower. This is different shit, but if you know how to maintain a farm and you know how to live that minimal, then you can maintain off of anything. Once you know how to grow your own produce and food, it's
Bro, that's all you need. If you can grow your own food,
sustainable. Well, what shelter?
shelter.
And shelter.
You gotta, yeah.
Because even the farms be like little barns. They be sleeping with the spiders.
Yes.
Low key.
You gotta
I can't.
see at least a couple of them spiders in there.
I mean,
It's not insulated like this.
I got better though. I've gotten better with spiders. Still don't like them, but I think I can do it.
Count me out.
Yes.
Like, are they gonna be
I
on
just
me?
don't bother me.
Can I still?
Yes. Count me
You
out.
said
I
spiders
fuck
on
with
bottom?
spiders because they
Hold on,
eat
so
all
you
the
just
bad,
you one of the
bad
ones that
bugs
catch 'em?
off your plants, huh?
You catch them?
No, I let them be because they do
he's
what
like,
they
free
need to
them.
So
do.
what if it like is near you?
They
In the
do
house?
what they need to do.
See, I told
They
y'all.
can protect me.
They
They gonna protect me from the other bugs.
I've been telling them.
This can't be in my personal space.
That's what I'm saying.
On my bed.
Nah, not even in my room. You could be outside my room and I'll be good. But if you're in my room, I feel like it's gonna crawl on
Yeah,
me.
you gotta be outside. If you're
Yeah.
outside,
Nah, I feel you.
once you hit the premises, I'm like, ah.
If it's on my bed and it's following me, I'm slapping.
Yeah. And you know how I was down in that basement. They were
But
everywhere. all
If
the
it's
time.
out of reach, I'm not gonna go out my way to kill it. But if it's like right, if I see a spider right here on this table, I might smack it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if I'm gonna smack it bare hand. I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna be like,
Oh,
I'm gonna try to stop it. Let him be, bro. Let him be. What you just smacked down? My phone?
No.
Oh.
this.
Oh.
if he like killed it with the spider.
I let him be. Oh,
It would have been too late.
Well, another what the hell is going on news, you're talking about spending less time in the showers. And I think you would be a good person to go to about this. Because we need some insight from the whites. So you kind of opened this up a little bit. You already said like global warming. Maybe they kind of believe in global warming a little bit.
But she don't take showers.
They don't need that many showers.
What do they mean by this? Like,
They don't take showers.
Well, let me tell you, I'm not the best person to ask because I take showers and I take multiple showers a day.
can I ask for some more backstory? Like, what do they mean by not take showers? Like, take showers?
So
They believe their skin naturally like washes themselves.
No, how
right?
often?
So
What do you
I
mean
don't-
no showers? Like, ever?
That's
Hold
my
on.
understanding.
I don't know how all this.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know how all this stuff really got started. I think, Twitter takes stuff and takes it really left wing. So it says somebody on Twitter was like, "What's going on with white people confessing on Twitter that they don't wash their legs, feet, etc. in the shower and just let the water flow?" And he was like, "Is this why most POC got my whole towel thing and white people were confused?" I don't know what he's talking about that part. But then somebody, it like kind of went viral. They were talking about it. They asked The Rock that, and I don't know what race The Rock is, but clearly it looks like he takes a lot of showers. Somehow it just keeps making its rounds away. Kind of like left wing. This didn't have to do with Twitter, but Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were interviewed, and Mila Kunis was saying she doesn't really believe in bathing her kids. And then that kind of got to Twitter. And then Jake Gyllenhaal had an interview with like a different magazine. And he was like, I really don't believe in taking too many showers because the natural body's bacteria, something with the bacteria. And then they had Taylor Swift, and she was saying she doesn't wash her legs in the shower because once the soap is on your body, it just like goes down to your legs.
Yeah,
She don't
that's why you should
scrub,
wash
she don't
your
get the
legs.
skin off. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like just washing your hair and be like, oh, well, what's my hair? The soap ran down
It's gonna run down my whole body.
Bro, but what's funny is I remember Charlamagne said some shit like that too. He was like, why would I wash my legs? He was like, all the soap runs down to your legs. Either way, this was a really big thing on Twitter going back and forth. And what's crazy is if you look in the thread, a lot of people were like on the side of not showering a lot.
Oh wow.
Because of different reasons. He said, actually, you can overshower and it's kind of bad for your skin and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, what the hell is going on in here?
Like, where's the proof? The Rock obviously showers 3 times a day and his skin is glowing. And his muscles. Like.
Bro,
I just don't understand how, like, if you just went into this intense workout, how you're just gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna shower. I'm hella sweaty, but I'm just gonna
Bro, especially in the summertime.
sit here and just
It says dermatologists usually don't recommend a prolonged bath or daily showers. Hot showers and lathering up with bath soap really removes and destroys the skin's microbiome, which plays a huge role in protecting the skin and is also extremely important in overall health in the body. And he said there's still the matter of the good hygiene, or basically just smelling bad, but they've suggested that just because you smell bad, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right time to take a shower. He said you also have to think about the bacteria and the toxins that accumulate on the skin. When the body sweats, it's all a natural way of removing the toxins. So you don't want to leave that sitting on your skin for too long either, because that encourages pimples, follicles, and other skin infections. So he says basically there has to be a healthy balance. And long story short.
Yeah, just rinse yourself off. Like.
There's no way I'm hopping in the shower and not using soap.
like,
Bro,
what
just
are
get the good soap. Shit.
What are we talking about, bro? Like, I can't even believe like there are people
I
saying
feel like
not to
there's
shower.
soap out. No, I'm not even.
Have you clicked in any of the threads? about this on Twitter or even?
This is my first time hearing about this.
No, I definitely.
Bro, I didn't know it was like this big. I heard a couple of celebrities talk about it.
I was like,
but
what's
this is a
going
show.
on? And
I'm
there
not.
was actually people in there saying like, no, you actually showering too much is bad for you.
That's crazy to me.
I've
So
heard,
I was like, I don't know,
that.
maybe I should bring it to the gang to see if
Bro, fuck normal society or if they switch over or not. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my normal routine of taking my showers.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. What are we talking
I
about?
sweat every day. So
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm not letting the toxins, like, I don't know. My detox is real.
Nah, I'm definitely trying to be clean.
This is crazy.
Like I was saying earlier, when you like eat stuff that like comes out your pores and you can smell it, I'm definitely taking a shower.
Yeah.
That's just instant too sometimes.
it says.
I'm taking a shower, bro.
I brought up Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher and their kids. They have 2 kids, 6 and 4. And it says, husband Ashton Kutcher then elaborated. He said, if you can see dirt on them, clean them. Otherwise, there's no point. It says when his kids walk into class.
For real. Nah, bro.
Oh, I'm not kidding.
Cameron Diaz. It's
What?
literally like a whole list of Dwight's, like the
Oh.
villains. She said, it's really bad for you. Just trim your armpit hair so it doesn't give you a bad scent.
That's fair.
No, I mean, I cut my armpit hair, but it still smells. You still produce a smell.
No, you do, but it has to do with a lot with your diet too. Cause I've went like a long period of time just trying it out, like no deodorant, and just seeing how I smell.
But
Like,
you showered every day.
well, yeah, I
with
shower
no
every
deodorant.
day though.
Yeah, I was like,
So does she shower every day? Cause if she showers every day, I can see how she could get away with that. But like you said, once you sweat, you gotta wash that shit off.
Sweat is
She's wiping
sweat.
her armpits or something, bro.
but I've seen
After one day, second day, by the midday, second day, no, you're smelling.
And I'm a sweater, so me having no hair like actually is worse because it just like the hair catches the sweat, so it just doesn't help smell as
And
bad.
low key deodorant does help you like your sweat from like dripping and
It's
shit.
a sweat blocker.
Yeah,
It gives you
that shit really
skin.
works. So if you don't want to sweat on your shirt and shit, wear deodorant.
Yeah, it's an antiperspirant.
But
But
at
that's
the same
also
time,
kind of
that's
bad
just
for
crazy. That it's blocking
cancer.
that.
well, I was gonna say,
It causes a lot.
that's what I was just gonna bring up.
I personally stopped wearing deodorant, and if I do, I wear the natural shit.
Yeah.
So I suggest y'all. But no, it smells good. It's like lemon. It's like lemon. Like, it's all
that's what that
natural.
smell was.
So I just walk around smelling like lemon dog.
I can't even do it, bro. I can't even do it.
Nah, there's ways to get around.
There's ways to do
Like
it.
people
like-
thought about this shit now. Now there's products that you
Right.
could wear. It's safe, you know. Because them other deodorants, yeah, with the perfumes.
And we see
Yeah, it does.
baby powder coming back, talking about that it causes cancer
Cancer,
and
yeah.
all these other different antiperspirants coming back. So I could see in 20 years some deodorant being like, actually,
Old
this is-
Spice.
yeah, it's blocking Irish Spring. Oh, for
Yeah,
sure, they're coming
yeah,
back with
bro.
some. What's crazy is I used to ride with Irish Spring, and I was watching this podcast, and they trash Irish
That shit was
Spring.
trash.
That
gave
shit
me a
smells good
rash.
though.
It was my college. Oh, Irish Spring was the go-to.
Honestly, yeah. In college, I used to
I never.
wear all that stuff, but at some point, honestly, I switched over to women's. And I hella
What?
wear women's cologne.
I heard a lot of cologne.
Or not cologne, deodorant,
Deodorant?
sorry.
I heard
With
a lot
like
of
Dove?
Huh?
Dove?
Yeah, Dove.
Dove is pretty
Well, bro,
natural.
Shower with this shit too.
Nah, just the deodorant.
You use no women's skincare.
Nah, bro, I'm
You
telling you
put
that.
things in
Nah,
your
cause like the men's deodorant was like giving me rashes like real bad.
I put you on.
I was
the
like, yeah,
women's.
someone did. Okay,
But
yeah.
I was talking about like the body wash more specifically with the Irish Spring. Like that was the go-to. And then you said, yeah, I just switched to women's. So I was like, that's-
Yeah, I thought that.
Ooh.
Nah, now
Coming
I
out
use like,
sounding like
I was like,
Bakery.
women's
hey, that shit
And
still something.
hella honey and hibiscus. You're right.
I switched to women.
Hey, I smell bomb though. Honey, ain't
I
no
switched to
biscuits.
women.
No, low key, this girl left her. It was the Bath and Body Works body wash over. She definitely left that over my house. And I was holding on to it for a minute, but I started running low on my body wash. So like, it was the only thing there. So I used it once, like it was gonna be a one-time thing. But I
hella fragrant.
I don't know if y'all.
cologne.
That body wash from Bath and Body Works is different. Like it's all.
Oh, yeah.
moisturizing and
All their
it's
products.
thick.
Yeah, bro.
You come out feeling like you just put on lotion and everything.
So you switched to women's too? Is what you're saying?
for like a week.
They got
like 4 days.
they got mention in there now.
No, they got everything, but that was definitely specifically the women's.
Nah, yeah, they fuck with that.
I was smelling like berries for about 4 days for sure.
Ain't no smell like berries.
But that's what I'm saying. I'd rather wash and smell like berries than not wash at all.
For sure.
If there's an ultimatum, I'm definitely going Uriah's Women's Care line.
For sure. Join the team, fuck it, bro.
Steve.
Honey and hibiscus. I'm playing. No, I've been on this, it's Jason's. It's supposed to be more of an all natural soap. And it's like not as fragrant, you could tell, but it's still like, it smells good. It smells more natural, for sure.
All that fragrance
Yeah.
stuff be fake anyways.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Bro, I was using this one Axe, you know Axe, they be on the smells. And that
Too
shit
much,
was
it's
purple.
too much
That shit came out purple. And that shit literally dyed my my
Palm?
loofah
Oh,
thing
Oh,
what?
that can be
purple, bro.
That's
I threw
blue
the bottle
color.
away right away. I was like, nah, bro, this ain't right. Why is my shit purple? That means that's just going into my skin like that. Cause that shit would not come off my loofah, bro.
It's crazy so much stuff they do to be like so much extra. Like you literally
That shit can be good for you.
Yeah.
Just like food.
Exactly.
That, right?
Same with lotions. You gotta be careful about lotions.
That's crazy. I definitely thought I should bring it on here, but I'm glad we're all on the same page. So shout out to us. Shout out to us
Hey,
for being some grown men that take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Take care of their hygiene.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to single fathers.
Y'all better, cause I tell you, like,
Yeah,
yo,
so this is a joke of a topic. That's crazy. That's we
Hey.
talking about this.
Since
I'm like, is this real?
Why is this in the news?
That's crazy.
you seen all the people?
Nah, I
on
seen
it?
it.
That's wild.
What was that? New York Post? Yeah, like this was a certified article. But since we're on the topic of white people, have you guys seen White Man Can't Jump?
Yes.
White Man Can't Jump. Apparently, the streets is talking, and they say that young Larry Bird is trying to make a comeback. I don't know if y'all seen, but young Uriah is trying to get some hops in this.
it's fine, bro. It's
Uriah's trying to get some
He was
hops.
watching the Olympics. He
No,
got
man.
motivated.
Got Uriah on the box jumps.
I'm gonna get there.
What's going on there? Tell us about.
What height are you reaching for?
Just all the boxes would be the goal.
I see
What's
that.
crazy?
I was like, oh, Uriah's about to clear that? And then you
I know, right? I
missed
saw
it.
it. I was like,
You slapped it.
I was like, oh, he's working. Okay, he's
He
working.
said by the end of the summer, I'm gonna
if I took a step into it, I was able to get it. But just standing there
Like a
off of
bird.
jumping, I
Oh,
could.
okay.
Yeah, I could. I'll show you.
Why
you didn't post that video.
Wow. I wanted to post a failure. Fuck you guys. all right?
Nah, that's what I was like, okay.
We'll see soon enough.
Yeah, no, that's us putting the onus on you though. That you see that big word, the onus. But that's us putting that ownership on you. That like you gonna be getting it. How long did you give yourself?
Till the end of the year to get all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Like what workouts do you do to really increase your balance? So like.
So I've been doing mostly stuff, all my legs mostly and calves, and just doing the box jump. It's like I do different box jumps besides the one that I just posted. Like I'll do it where I have the box jump, like at that height, I'll have or not that height, take the gray part off, but you'll have like another box jump right in front of you, you'll jump to that. I'll jump straight leg too to start to warm up. But then I also do a lot of stuff with what are those called? Like the Buso balls? They're like the half workout ball.
Like the balance ball.
Yeah, the balance ball. I'll do squats on those too.
Do you know if is that considered like plyometrics? Jumping on the boxes type thing?
I
Or
believe
are
so.
plyometrics a different thing?
I believe it falls into the plyometrics.
Because I was gonna say I know this one white boy. I can't remember his name, but you know Gus maybe. He was at CSU, and he was like, yeah man, I used to just be a skinny little white dude. I used to be a shooter, and he said one day I just started working on my plyometrics for a whole year. I started working out. He came back all buff.
Yeah.
He was dunking out the gym.
Other things.
This who had the back.
Yeah, the other
He
things
had the
too.
hair. I said, oh, this nigga is
He
bored.
was on that football workout.
Hella.
He gave me the
But he was
whole
telling me
book.
like he was just on hella plyos, so like the 1 foot, the ladder,
Yeah.
different things like
Yeah.
that.
That's something I didn't even think about. That's I'm gonna add that in. Now that you said the ladder, I don't know if they have a ladder, but they do have like a yard line that I could do it on.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
even in the gym, I just use the out of bounds line.
Exactly.
Just 1 foot, 2 feet. I know plyometrics help a lot too. I'm like, I'm trying to get my bounce up too.
I know you motivate me. I'm over here thinking like that.
What's the white dude's name that was in it?
I gotta look.
With the eyes and the nose. You him, I'm Wesley Snipes. You doing
Hey,
that.
bro, we could. Billy.
Woody Harrison. No.
Woody-
But that's his actual name.
Yeah.
But Billy was his name.
Yeah, Woody Harrison.
Hey,
the
we
girl
could.
on there, I just
Rosa, baby. Rosa
yeah, I just watched
Perez.
Pineapple
She was so
Express.
bad.
And she was the cop.
She was
on there.
hella like, ah.
I was like, oh, she was on White Man Can't Jump. That was
Yeah.
today. That's crazy that you brought that up. Bro, that's crazy how I be like,
Deja vu.
not even. It's like it should be relating like lately in my days. Like White Man Can't Jump. She was in White Man Can't Jump, and then you brought up White Man Can't Jump right now. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
It's deja vu.
No, deja vu is when you see the same
Okay,
thing.
I guess. I mean, that's like a form of. I don't know if it's called deja vu.
It's like
but
the cousin, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever the name is.
Yeah.
She was gonna do the right thing.
She was in a lot of stuff.
Bad. Even for still being older, she's bad.
But so, you're right. Larry Bird. So,
What's up?
so you're going to be dunking by the end of the year.
That would be dope. That's a good goal. I'll try it. I'll see if I can get it for sure. That wasn't really. I just wanted to. I just
turn
been
it
doing
in.
basketball workouts.
I'm turning to Alex Caruso.
All right,
Not
I challenge you.
ball,
I hope I goes hard. You're right. I
Yeah,
challenge
hey,
you.
don't put that curse on me.
I challenge you.
For what?
See who could dunk first by the end of the year.
Out of who?
Man, this guy.
Damn.
Obviously, you're tall. So.
No, that's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
who's in it?
Yeah,
I didn't
like,
know you was coming with the.
No, yeah, me. I've never dunked before, so.
I didn't know you was coming with the
New
mixed
goal.
men can't jump. I didn't know that. Who was a mixed actor that could play Jarrell?
Hold on.
Cruz. I don't know who's that nigga's name.
What?
Oh,
Nah, Cruz.
Nah, what was you saying though? My bad.
Can you dunk after your injury?
Mm-hmm.
You could dunk.
He definitely
I was
can.
gonna say you could,
But I wanted.
You got
I
there.
can't dunk like I used to. I was like, I can get up there.
Tino Cruz.
so you two.
Rick Gonzalez, or you could be this. nigga.
Nah.
You gotta cut your hair though.
Oh, that's funny.
Who would Trav be in the movie?
I'm
Who,
being
who would play Trav?
the nigga from the other team, the Dominator nigga, Coach Carter. What was his name?
Who was it?
The cold nigga that he was scared to guard. That this fool was guarding.
I don't remember.
Y'all remember that? The black dude.
You Marlon Wayans. Wasn't he in what was his basketball movie?
That shit was cold. I think my nigga Marlon. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the ghosts. I'm with you.
I was talking to the girls. It was like Angels in the outfield, but for basketball. That's funny. All right, yeah, big challenge.
All right,
end of the year. Shake on.
Yeah.
Which I put
Yeah, what are we putting on it?
We'll put him.
I feel like you called him out.
I know. It's like
Friendly wager,
it's a challenge. I didn't bet on it. I didn't want to bet on it.
a couple
You made us
brands,
bet.
a blunt.
It was just a challenge. You can't just challenge.
Nah,
You can't
fuck
just challenge.
that.
You can't just challenge each other.
Fuck that, man.
We're men. I challenge you to a mental. See who's the man, and then the other person is the boy.
I'm gonna take your man, I'm gonna take your bitch. Take your belt, take
See
your
who's the
bitch.
man.
For sure. I'm
So
out.
no, just a little friendly challenge.
I want
just
y'all
want to
to.
put something on it.
I want y'all to
That's gonna
document
help
it,
motivate
too.
you a little bit.
Document your little
I'm
journeys.
there at the gym every day. Ask my guys.
Yeah, I hear
So,
I hear him.
Okay.
He got that
Since you at-
natural though.
Since you at the gym,
He got that Dr. Savy strength.
since you at the gym every day, this
Drug.
loser has to do something.
Drug on
In the gym, like-
watermelon and weed, and he gonna still get up there with you. Watermelon in the sun. He
You
gonna,
gotta do suicides.
that's that.
The loser has to do
Power.
suicides.
That's that Dr. Savy.
Have you guys ever seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Bits and pieces.
So he's the vegan guy on there.
The vegan superhero. They said Dr. Sebi was at Breakfast Club, And just to prove that his medicine was so strong, he like jumped off of, he like was standing on the top desk table, jumped off the table to his knees to the ground. And he was like, see, that doesn't affect me because the way that my knees and joints are set up, like, I don't feel pain the same. And this was like 70 years old.
Nah, this was old.
And then he was like jumping from his knees, like up to his legs.
Crazy.
He was
Definitely
in shape a lot.
That's crazy.
Or
Let's see.
At 70. Nah, I would destroy it. My cartilage would be destroyed if I ever did that.
that's wild.
Nah, I thought
DJ Emu was like, I couldn't believe it. He was 75 years old doing that.
man, he's crazy. He's crazy. Well, he
And-
was crazy with it.
I guess they're doing they're doing a documentary
Yeah.
about
Nick
him.
Cannon?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Nipsey, but Nick Cannon's finishing it. Nick,
Didn't Russell too help out? Russell Westbrook?
he might be a part of it. I know he has his company. Russell Westbrook was doing Tuskegee? No. Black Wall Street documentary.
Oh, that's what that was.
That's what needs to be addressed. ASAP.
He was doing it solo. It's dope to see all these
That's the
dudes.
most fucked up story.
There's a lot of fucked up stories, but that is a big fucked up story for sure.
Like, most history changing story. Well, nah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
You're
reading this Malcolm
You're right.
X.
I can't even
He
say.
keep
There's a lot of
She
shit
made
that
him
happened.
mad. Just slavery in general is crazy.
Crazy.
But the fact they let us out and then we was doing well and then they just like, oh, it's like,
Yeah,
boom.
y'all can't be doing that well. That's why I love a good documentary, bro. Really quick, I was watching the Malice in the Palace documentary on Netflix, and they were talking about how that kind of started and how they got into it. And they were saying like the Pacers were building to be a good team. It was Reggie Miller's last couple years. The year before that was 04, 05 when Detroit, or 04 when Detroit won the finals.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference Finals was Pacers versus Pistons, and they had like a tough duel. They pick up Ron Artest, Steven Jackson. No, they had Ron Artest. They pick up Steven Jackson. They get super cold right after that, so they feel like they got to make a statement. So they're already kind of coming in hella like chippy. But then Ron Artest that year, they get into his back story, and he's like, that whole year, he's like, I need a break from basketball. He's like, I want to just go make a rap album. He shows up to like the Source Awards after he says he's going to a funeral. So like a lot of the players, Jermaine O'Neal, he's like the leader, and he's like, well, we're trying to win a championship. Realistically, we have a good chance. And this dude's like not taking it seriously. So they're kind of like butting heads in that way. But Ron, he's like meeting with his therapist. He's kind of just like super anxious then. So he's like, there's just too much going on. Music is my outlet. So that's why he wanted a break from music. Long story short, all this stuff kind of plays a big part into this one game. The week before, Ben Wallace's brother dies. So he's going through all that. And during the game, the Pacers are like smacking them. The Pacers, and this was so early in the season. I remembered it was early, but the Pacers were like 7-2. This was like how early it was in the season. But they smacked the Pistons, and the Pistons were like one of the best teams. So like they really thought they had a realistic chance of winning. But it's like the end of the fourth quarter, Ron Artest gets into it with Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is already mad because his brother just passed. Ron Artest is Ron Artest. But then he like goes and lays down on the little thing, and he was like, I was practicing therapy in real time. Like my therapist says, when stuff gets out of hand, just go take 5. So you just see him go and go sit down, lay down over there. He was like, I know Steven Jackson and Jermaine O'Neal's not gonna let nothing happen to me. Like they're gonna handle the scuffle. So I'm just over here going chill. And he was like, once stuff is getting calmed down, you just see the cut. Everybody was like, you see it in slow motion. And then Ron Artest just runs up there. He runs to the wrong person, first of all.
Oh, for real?
Wrong person. Steven Jackson runs right after him. They just get into all the specifics. It's so dope. And then you kind of see the backstory. Ron Artest gets suspended for the whole year, but there's like legal stuff that actually happens from this. There's like cops there, there's security there, but nobody's doing anything at the time. They call more security there. They have a woman's 911 call from the palace. Like, somebody needs to come here, they're fighting. She's like, what? The NBA players are fighting, y'all need to come here. So like, she's like, somebody's on the way, ma'am. they try and set it out. They're like, what we need to do is get the players out of here. Gotta de-escalate the whole situation. They have one of the guys who walks down onto the court and who fights Ron Artest, and then who Jermaine O'Neal comes and slips and punches.
Oh,
Yeah.
They have him in the documentary. This fool leaves in like a stretcher. Yes.
Oh God.
Wait,
What was
so
this
Jermaine
Jermaine
O'Neal
O'Neal
trying to punch
say?
who?
The white guy that walked down that they interviewed.
So he was trying to help.
He was
Ron
trying to help
Artest?
Ron. Yeah.
Okay.
They have it like all frame by frame.
That's crazy.
He walks out like in a stretcher. They have him interviewed. But long story short, they have it all, the legal proceedings, because they're like, besides the NBA, this was like an assault and like, this was something big. But they make it to seem like it was all the fans' fault. They were saying basically none of that would have happened if the fan would have never do that. So that was kind of what incited the riot. So he got charged with like aggravated assault and some other shit. But then the guy who walked down to fight them, they were like, he's at fault because for one, he walks down onto the court, he puts himself in front of them, and then he's like walking up with his fist clenched. So they're saying at that point, Ron Artest has every moment to defend himself. So I was like, dang, this is kind of dope to see like the ins and outs. But then you kind of see like the year after that, Ron Artest asked for a trade right after. So Jermaine O'Neal was pissed because it kind of tarnished the team and the name. So their relationship was rocky. Reggie Miller retired right after that year. There was like a lot of stuff that went on that I didn't even realize. So that was kind of dope. I don't know how I got into that, but I brought that up also to segue into, dang, I wish I had a football drop. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That's like,
Yeah. Well,
that was like the old school. Regardless, Bleacher Report posted on August 5th the NFL's most valuable teams in 2021. And they put the top 10 up. They got the Cowboys being number one with $6.5 billion. I think we all could have seen that coming. Number two, they got the Patriots at $5 billion. Number three, they have the Giants at $4.85 billion. Shout out to Giants.
Yes, sir.
Number four, got the Rams at $4.8 billion. So they're all right there. Washington football team at number 5, $4.2 billion. 49ers, number 6 at $4.175 billion. We got the Bears at number 7. That was kind of a shocker for me. 4.075. Jets at number 8. I mean, I guess it's still New York at $4.05 billion as well. Eagles at number 9 with $3.8 billion. And then shout out Broncos
met the list.
Shout out Broncos at number 10 at $3.75 billion.
Oh yeah, I'm not about to buy them.
my shocker was the Washington football team. I never realized that they were that high up.
Shout out to the money, man.
They're always up there, low key.
See, I didn't know that.
They're
Maybe it's
NFC
just because the way I look at
They're
it,
a
I'm
pretty
just
big
like,
market.
Yeah,
but it makes sense. They are
Mhm.
NFC East, so
Was that like the first NFL conference or something? Like, why are they so popular?
They have just like the
The
deepest
most
rivalry.
populated, probably.
Yeah, they always just
They're
the most
probably-
popular.
They were one of the original teams, right?
Mm-hmm. Giants were for sure. And I know how
Yeah, I can see 49ers, of course, being in San Francisco in the
Broncos were,
Bay.
they just had a different name.
Broncos got a lot of championships recently, and with Denver and Colorado inflating so much, I guess I could see that making a lot of sense.
when they won some Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And they've always been a pretty
Yeah.
decent team.
Yeah, I could see the good value. I wonder
Colorado's
what.
a low-key rich state, bro.
Oh,
This
it's
is
not
low-key.
low key. It is a rich state.
Like, a lot of gold was here.
Yeah.
Just the Bears. That shit kind of shocks me.
Yeah,
Everybody
Bears.
else on there.
Yeah,
is
the
like,
Bears,
expect.
if any of them, the Bears,
It's like, oh,
the
okay.
Bears in Washington, surprisingly.
No problem.
Yeah,
Washington.
the Chicago had their little thing in '85 or
Yeah.
in the '80s when they were on their tear.
True.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, I could see the Bulls, but now the Bears just went into. That's
And they just
interesting.
got their quarterback, so it's like they
Do they?
They traded the Giants for him.
Who they got?
The Justice Fields.
They say Andy Dalton was
Oh, yeah,
starter for now. But yeah, I like Fields a
Oh,
lot.
yeah, you said
He's
he's almost there.
They just got to get him some help. I feel like keep getting them some. They need some playmakers over there.
They got some. They was waiting for a quarterback. They got 2 now, so we'll see.
To what?
Quarterbacks. They got some playmakers.
Who does?
Chicago.
Yeah, they go team.
Oh.
Yeah, Robinson.
Robinson's gonna catch it.
And then that
They
other
running
dude.
back
There's this other dude that
I
I
like Coleman.
had him in fantasy for a little bit. What's his name?
Mooney,
Is it Mooney?
Darnell Mooney.
The little flyer dude.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, they need people
Them
who they
little
can
short
just
ones.
give the ball and just do what
That's
they
what
want
you
to do.
need.
They need,
You need somebody to throw it to them.
they need a playmaker. I feel like that's
I
all
think they
miss.
need a offensive line, maybe.
No, they got a line.
They
They running back.
It was the quarterback.
They got their quarterback now.
Because
So.
their running back was what, Montgomery? What?
Speaking of this, did you guys watch the Hard Knocks yet?
That
Yeah.
boy was
Okay.
working,
Okay.
bro.
He's
Yeah.
cold. Nah, he did good.
Remember, bro? He was he. I don't know.
Did you guys watch NFL Hard Knocks? This year they got the Cowboys on
They?
there.
Oh, Dak just came back to practice, right?
No.
Pretty sure I just saw that like yesterday.
Well, yeah, he was there before,
But then he got injured again.
Nuh-uh.
Like
Well,
some
his
of his
shoulder.
arm, or yeah, his shoulder or something.
Yeah.
But after a year of not throwing, you're gonna have some shoulder soreness.
Yeah.
Oh, just soreness?
Yeah, just soreness.
Oh.
It wasn't anything
It's a
serious,
shoulder
but they
strain.
just kept
But
him
I just
out
saw
of the practice.
like Dak Prescott. Oh no, it was Saquon Barkley. My bad.
Yeah,
So-
Saquon did come out, yeah.
Like, we good out there.
Oh man, I just keep seeing Dak. He was on my mind.
Shout out to Dak, bro. To come back after that.
Nah, for real.
That was what they started with. Was
Yeah, his story.
injury.
Yeah.
And he got paid.
Bro, he said,
And he still got
and you
paid.
watch it, he was like, yeah, I thought I could just pop it back in place. And when you watch
I
it,
didn't even
bro,
want to look.
he
I
did. He was
eating.
like, I was like, what the
I was eating too. I was like, I can't even look. He said, yeah, I got tackled. And at first, I thought I twisted my ankle.
He's like, I have to try to pop
And
it
then,
back.
yeah.
He was
And
like,
you
"Fuck
could
that."
tell he slid it down, and it
It's
was
either,
like,
it's either that or fucking surgery, so I'll try everything
And
first.
then he called the people in.
yeah, right after he set it down, and he realized, he's like, oh shit. And then everyone started calling him in.
NFL Hard Knocks is my stuff, though. I didn't finish it, but I did.
I fell asleep halfway
Yeah,
through
we're
it.
about to watch
Yeah.
that now.
Yeah, get the
I'm
inside
excited for
track.
football.
Me too.
I probably shouldn't say this on here, but I'm excited for CeeDee Lamb. But like, I think their whole unit is gonna explode this year.
Why you don't want to say that?
Cause y'all are competition,
Bro,
baby.
that's what we want.
Y'all
Yeah,
niggas are
we want
That's definitely
competition.
my
You want
top.
more?
shit.
You want more?
We ain't
I'm here to
scared.
tell you right now.
I made best. Fuck.
We don't care. Let me tell you.
Take it right now. We don't
We
care.
don't care.
I thought I had my gunshot.
I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care. Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Top 5.
Yeah, but fuck that. I did like 10 mock drafts with Jarrell last year, and then in the other draft, everybody I was mock drafting, he drafted.
That's crazy.
That's why I'm like, I gotta keep my eyes on these things.
Well,
I
that's
gotta,
why you do mock drafts with people so you can see like people that you wasn't thinking about. You're like, wait, why is he drafting him? Hold on, who's
that's
this?
what I'm saying. I just gotta be. I'm just saying.
So,
that's what I said.
Now that you
still.
know that, don't do no more mock drafts.
I still help y'all out. I bring up the mock draft, but I'm just
So
saying,
do I.
I gotta y'all competition at this point.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
But y'all are always at the bottom, so I guess I should talk to
Yeah,
like
right.
Matt and Miguel.
Fuck out of here.
I forgot I won one year. The whole thing. He
I'm
went
not
undefeated.
gonna-
Please, nigga.
One out of 10.
He went
I'm tiny
undefeated.
like under fantasy.
He doesn't want to remember this.
One out of
Like,
10 is not bad.
Watch.
Lamar,
This
you
is-
went undefeated, got to the championship, and lost to who?
I remember.
You boy.
I remember.
And this nigga goes in last.
I struggled,
He goes
though.
to last
I
place,
built my
first place
team.
every year. This is last place
He
year, bro.
drafts very well.
I promise you.
I'm good at that waiver wire though. When I'm on it.
You had some last place
Yeah,
years too.
I was
You know
like,
what I'm
oh,
saying?
yeah.
I said when I'm on it. I said when I'm on it.
I've never had a last place year ever.
I
Or
definitely
second
had
last.
one last
Bro,
place.
you
Hey, man.
switch, you alternate.
Stuff happens. You get people that get injured first.
We
week,
all
or
gotta
your
do
number
it.
one pick. And
See,
then
But I ain't gonna say
your
that.
third
Let me not.
I had 2 second places.
Shit happens.
I got a lot of silver.
Shit does happen.
I'm like Team USA.
I can't say. I'm a middle team man.
I can't really talk, but I can say I've
You're
never
right.
been.
You're
I've
right.
never been
Silent.
last. I've never been last though. I'm like right in that 7 range.
I've
I'm
been
pretty sure that
last.
was my average. I
I've
was
been
just
last
hey.
a couple times.
I've been first. I've been last. So I'm pretty much in
In the middle. I'm in
But
the
that's
middle.
not. I'm in
south.
like 7
You're
range,
like
bro.
the second half.
Nah, I'm like a 7, bro. I'm like, hey.
It was like a
Bro,
a
that's
second.
crazy
this
now.
one.
You're like,
Just in this league, bro. It's like I don't know what's luck in your league.
I know.
You gotta
I
be.
gotta be able.
So
You're above me.
So you're like a Hall of Famer regardless, because all you need is one ring.
Nah,
All you need is one ring to get into the Hall of Fame.
nah.
Especially the way I won.
Like
So,
Boston
yeah,
Celtics,
so-
he Paul Pierce.
So
he gonna talk about that
I'll take that.
forever.
I'll take that. I'll definitely take
He's
that.
talking about that forever.
is Nick Foles gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Wait, who?
I like that. He's like a
Nick Foles, I'll take that.
Alright, cool. Look, we agree.
I'll take that.
Yeah, he's not a first ballot, but
Nick Foles, he's like, he gets some type of trophy, like legacy.
Nick Foles has a.
Bro, that was a great story.
I don't know. I feel like his numbers are up.
He's good. Nick Foles cool, but he's definitely not a Hall of Famer.
I'm not Nick Foles. I want to be a Hall.
Nah,
You agree too.
Yeah,
nah, you went with Nick Foles.
All right, I'm
Who are you, Lamb?
No, I'm Terrell Davis, bro.
No, you're not.
I'm Dan Marino.
Okay, niggas is wild. Niggas is just. Niggas is really.
I'm Champ David.
They say superstars and shit.
Nah, alright, fuck it. I'm the Iverson of our.
All right, I'm gonna win one more.
But no, Iverson never
You more
won.
like a Philip
Charles Barkley.
Alright, Charles, yeah, I can take that.
No,
He
but
been
I'm
there.
gonna win though.
He never won. The niggas we said.
I'm mellow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like a Chris Paul this year.
You are. That's
You was holding on to that Chris Paul.
That's the most outlandish answer so far.
Nigga, you a Kristaps.
So what are you, Jack?
I'm more like a Chris Paul. I'm a middle class nigga.
Okay, you almost get there.
Yeah, bro. That's true. You know what I'm
You
saying?
a Westbrook.
Yeah.
All regular season.
Yeah,
They
bro.
come out swinging all the time. Like,
Yeah,
damn,
all
what happened?
numbers.
I talk my shit.
You a tough matchup, but it's like, what
I
have
don't.
you
All
done?
right, yeah, man.
But I still don't know you don't.
Exactly. Exactly. This is my year, just like this is Westbrook's year.
That's funny. I don't know why I brought up Hard Knocks, but make sure you watch that. It's crazy because they were talking about their America's team, and Jerry Jones has been the owner for X amount so long, and he has directly been the guy who's made Dallas Cowboys who Dallas Cowboys are. He's been the guy that have made them the most valuable franchise in fucking pro sports altogether. I don't know. I think they're worth more than the Knicks, if I'm not mistaken. Like barely. But like Jerry Jones has been there since the beginning, and they're saying like they had their golden time, but they haven't won in 26 years. And Jerry Jones is like holding on. He was at the press conference, and he was like, "They say I'm a little naive, but I'd rather be naive than."
They are the most valuable, and then the Yankees,
Okay.
and then the Knicks,
I was at Yankees.
and then Barcelona for
Yeah,
soccer,
Spain.
Barcelona.
and for Madrid.
Okay.
Golden
So
State.
soccer. Golden State.
They
Golden
just passed the
Before
Lakers.
the Lakers.
I think we talked
That's shocking.
I think we did. In one of the early episodes that we brought this up.
because you were like, they're better than the Lakers. I said they're worth more.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
But yeah, Jerry Jones has directly benefited and been the one who's taken them from the promised land. He was a part of all their rings in the 80s and heyday. But I just realized it's been 26 years since they've won. And he was like barely holding on. I'm like, I don't know if he's going to be able to see them win another.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to cry.
Yeah, he's not at the end. His eyes is already.
Yeah.
He said, I'll
do anything
Yeah.
for the Super Bowl.
He said, there's nothing I won't do to win a Super Bowl. I told them.
Damn.
I'm like, dang, man, I don't know if you're gonna get it, man. And it's cool because I like Jerry, but I don't know, man. Their defense is terrible. That
Haven't been
defense
paying
is
attention to defense too much.
terrible.
Oh yeah, they're like the most scored on the team.
In like the past, like,
But it's crazy because their offense will put up the numbers to keep up with that offense that's scoring hella money.
they have to though.
Them in Cleveland be doing that shit.
But the difference is at least Cleveland has a defense.
Nah, Cleveland
Cleveland
definitely
pretty good.
is the most improved team of the NFL in the past 5 years for sure.
Yeah, they've only had like 10 first round.
Do they have a chance at going to the
number
Super
one
Bowl though?
picks. Nah.
Who's in their way? Kansas City.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Steelers.
I mean, I think they could beat
Their
them.
whole division.
They just can't beat Kansas. I mean, they just can't beat Kansas City.
Bills.
The
I
Bills.
think they could beat them. They just can't beat Kansas City.
The Bills
I
are
can see them
tough.
beating everybody but Kansas City. The Bills are tough though. I can see-
Tennessee.
Yeah, it's just hard to beat
And
Patrick
Colts.
Mahomes.
Tennessee is a new team. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, true.
That's crazy.
The Colts have Carson Wentz.
I think they got better.
How do y'all feel about Carson Wentz? I don't think we ever touched on
Carson Wentz didn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
He got hurt. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, they were
Who's
talking
the-
about
who's the
bringing
backup?
Phillip Rivers back.
Yeah, Phil Rivers was like, hold on, I'm not done. No, he said, he's like, hold on.
Is Brissett what's still with them? With the Colts?
I was gonna say, who's their backup
I don't
quarterback?
know. They were naming somebody else who was getting all the reps, but I feel like Brissett has to still be there. But nobody,
Yeah, where's
no
Brissett?
other text on. Nobody cares about Carson Wentz, basically.
Nah, I don't.
I like him.
I
think
thought he
he'd be cool.
retired.
I like Carson, man. I don't know why.
Oh, do you like him?
I said,
I think, like I said, he's an afterthought for me. Like,
yeah, I like
bro,
Carson
he
Wentz.
like
He's
Nick
pretty
Foles.
big.
Nick Foles, he was after.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
he
He's
was
big.
afterthought
I
once.
think he's athletic. He's still relatively young. He has a good arm.
He's fragile, bro.
I think,
That's my take.
yeah, I think it's just his
He just
health
keeps getting hurt.
and mentally.
I think it's mental. I think.
But I
he's
think
fragile.
because he lays it out all on the line is why he gets hurt so much.
True.
He plays like a running back. It's like, bro, no, you're a quarterback. And he's white, which is crazy, but he plays so reckless.
That's
and
how,
he gives it 100 every time.
Was it
He
Sam
plays like,
Highlander?
Yeah.
Is
You know,
that
he reminds me
yeah,
of
so
the
he-
old Colts quarterback.
Or Ellie?
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, that's what he reminds me of.
Exactly. I can see that.
So, I think he's going to Andrew Luck route. He's just going to fall apart mentally and physically. He'll just be like, fuck it.
I mean, I always wish well for anyone. Like, I
Oh,
don't
for
wish,
sure.
I don't wish like anything bad for him. But I'm
I'm
not.
not
I wouldn't
wishing.
say I'm a fan of
I'm not
Carson
wishing. Don't
Wentz.
say I'm wishing.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm just saying for me. I'm just
You
saying.
did hella come hella negative. You said, I think he's just gonna.
I'm just.
He said, I think he's just gonna fall apart. And he kept going. He said, mentally. And I was like, all right. I said, that's a Carson. But he
You're
did,
not trying to save me. He's like, hold on.
he did injure his foot recently. 5 to 12 weeks was his out time, which is crazy because 5 to 12 is
It's a
such
big gap.
But they said he'll be back sooner than later, so I don't know. I think if Carson gets it together, I think that Colts team can be really scary, and I think they could go and battle Bills and Chiefs and all the other people. Because I think Carson is a step up from Phillip Rivers. So if they can continue to develop that running back, Jonathan Taylor, the wide receivers they got out there, I think and that defense is already lethal. So I don't know. I think they'll be solid, and their division isn't the best either. So.
Is he a step? Do you think he's a step up because he's younger?
And he's better. I think he's just better. than
So
Phillip Rivers.
Carson Wentz in his prime versus Phil Rivers in his prime.
I think Carson Wentz is better.
Wow.
No, I'm gonna say Phillip Rivers, but
Phillip Rivers has
right.
never been an MVP candidate.
Phillip Rivers, he had some crazy years.
Carson Wentz was about to win MVP and then he tore his ACL.
But he hasn't really been the same after that. I agree. But ever since that injury, it's like, has he been that same Carson Wentz ever? But we really haven't even gotten to see. So,
Exactly. Well, I'm just saying, at their highest,
No,
I
his-
think Carson Wentz was better.
No, I see.
Because he runs. Yeah, if Carson Wentz is 100%, I think you're getting a better. He has a better. He throws farther than Phillip Rivers.
I don't know if y'all put him in. I think Phillip Rivers can be like a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't know if I can
he's gonna
put
be a Hall of Fame.
Carson Wentz there now. Of course, he's younger, and I don't think that Carson Wentz is better or was better than Phillip Rivers, but he is better right now. He's younger, so I think they made
I
the
agree
right
with that.
moves. I feel like they had to move on Rivers. Dude's almost 36. They got the younger quarterback. You take that chance on him too. And like Lamb said, he was an MVP, so it's like that's a chance you got to take with an old quarterback who's declining. But Phillip Rivers, I feel like he had a Hall of Fame career without the ring. Like he was a talented quarterback.
I agree with that. I just think the thing with Carson Wentz is just, is he going to be healthy? Like, it just seems like ever since that injury, he cannot find his health. But I hope he does.
Fall apart mentally. Gonna lose his house.
Just like Andrew Luck, this dude is so great. Like we're talking about Carson Wentz.
It's all about fulfilling the potential at the end
And
of the
then
day.
he just, it's just like
Solid
just keep
potential.
hoping and hoping and
Exactly.
hoping. Like I don't want it to go that route, but it just feels
But-
that way. And then he's with the Colts. It's just like, damn, like you really, that's crazy.
What good is potential if you don't capitalize? And like y'all said, health is the biggest. Like availability is the biggest picture, so you got to be there. But yeah, I thought this was gonna be his year, and then Carson Wentz out. I'm like, oh,
Alright, so
I'm off his bandwagon.
what about Phillip Rivers? You think he should come back to the Colts?
He should, but he's out.
It's a good opportunity.
I think once these
'Cause it's
NFL
a-
players retire, they're done, bro.
Well, he can come back.
Once they make up, he's
Gronk came
been
back?
eating cheeseburgers.
No, he hasn't.
Jason Witten came back.
Jason Witten, they come back, bro.
But
This
that
little-
only bring
this
Rivers
little
back.
Gronk went vegan and came back. He got hella skinny.
You don't want
That's why he came back. He was feeling better.
He's
Phillip Rivers is on the couch
younger.
eating
He's
cheeseburgers.
No, he's old, you know, he's way
Yeah,
But no, I did
That's
think
a
they
bad
should bring him
comparison,
back
but-
initially. But like I said, I think Carson Wentz is going to be back sooner than
because football's about to start.
initiated.
Where's
September 11th or 9th, I think is the first game.
Exactly. So if he was gonna come, he should have been
Exactly.
in camp already.
Yeah, they would have signed him because Carson Wentz got hurt like a week.
Phillip Rivers just retired, what, 2-3 months ago? He
I
was
think
chilling
this
for
season.
like 2 months.
He would have been back by now.
I don't know, he said
He would.
it's kind of hard to just like turn off the switch like that. He just turned it off.
Well, no,
He was
the
on
Colts-
couch,
the
woke
Colts
up on the
would've brought
couch,
him
like,
back
fuck
by
it,
now.
I'm retired.
Specifically the Colts, what we're talking about,
What?
would have brought Phillip Rivers back by now.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. But he could still come back and play for another team for sure. I think he can always come back.
Oh, so what I'm saying is not happening. That's what you're saying. Because they would have brought him back by now.
For the Colts.
Yeah. Because that's my question.
But,
I don't see him coming back for another team.
During the season, people get hurt all the time.
I just thought that was a perfect opportunity. Like, he stepped down, was like, fuck it, y'all got Carson Wentz, he's going to be better. He got more potential, he got more lifespan. Not lifespan, but like NFL span left. But now it's like, oh, wait, he's hurt? What's up? I'm still here, though. Y'all still need me? That's what I was thinking. But I don't think he could, like, just come back to the NFL and be like, who wants me?
Yeah, but why haven't they brought him back is what he was saying.
I don't know. When did Carson Wentz just get injured? Just like 2 days ago.
No, it's been a week, I said.
Oh, a week ago. It's only been a week. They trying to see what they got with the young cat first. What's his name?
Sam, I think it's Islanders.
You always gotta see what you got first.
Nigga,
You don't
he's
wanna
been
go-
there. They know what he got.
They just drafted him, didn't they?
No.
Well, oh, they did.
Um,
Alright, you said
he said the
tell me his
season.
name.
He said the season's about to start already. They would have been brought Phillip Rivers back.
Yeah, no, I do think that. I don't think he's
Okay.
gonna come
No,
back.
I still agree.
Yeah.
Finishing up with the Olympics, though, we talked about the Olympics for the past 7 episodes. I don't even know what the final numbers
He
were.
says,
Oh, I have it up.
the USA won by 1 gold medal,
What? They came back with golds?
Yeah, they came back and won it by 1.
but
So,
the volleyball team. Go ahead, say
Yeah.
the numbers.
so for just golds, U.S. was number 1 with 39. China was number 2 with 38. Japan number 3 with 27. Great Britain 22. And Russia Olympic Committee is 20.
The dopers.
The dopers. But overall, the U.S. had 113, China had 88, Japan 58, Great Britain 65, and then Russian Olympic Committee 71.
Hey man, I know I wear my short for a reason. China was right there though. I was like, damn, we're about to lose to
No.
China.
Yeah, USA and China got the most athletes in. Bro, China in track.
I've
bro,
never
them
heard
motherfuckers
anybody
fast.
say China has the most athletes. They call me off guard, bro. I'm like,
Bro, I was watching him in track. I was like, this little dude's like,
smashing.
he came in second.
I mean, I see the gymnastics.
True, that's their thing.
Especially the
Yeah.
men. The gymnastics
And the
men's.
swimming.
They be does killing the swimming.
I always kill the swimming.
No,
Yeah,
this
the diving.
diving.
Oh,
Yeah.
the diving. Sorry.
They too short for swimming. It's like,
Yeah.
nah. But you gotta have a long track. I'm not trying to say that short people can't swim fast, but
But tall
Most
people
of the
usually
people,
dominate.
yeah.
No, for sure.
be the tall girls.
The tall white boys be they be having
kill
them
it.
wings. The Michael
Exactly, yeah.
Phelps. With the USA men's, I seen the USA men's final game. Does that count as 12 golds, or is that just 1 goal because it's just the USA men?
Just 1.
What do you mean?
But hey, I do want to say this fool KD was balling the whole Olympics. He low key kind of carried them,
Oh yeah.
like throughout to the gold medal. and even in the gold medal. But Jason Tatum showed up in the final game as well too.
It was just like KD's gonna show up. Like who's gonna be there to help?
Exactly.
Who's gonna show up with him? And then it came out that Dame had the abdomen injury afterwards. So I'm like, oh dang, he's.
So that's why, because I was wondering what was going on. I was like, yo.
They were playing Zach LaVine a lot.
They were for
And
defensive purposes, because KD's gonna get any bucket he wanted against anyone. It felt like he would just go right to the like mid range,
Just shoot over him. And he broke the record for the most points within the NBA. Or not NBA, men's Olympic basketball.
And he did
for
it in
USA.
less Olympics. He's only been to 3, and a lot of them have been, or something like that, I believe.
So Carmelo had it at first.
Yeah.
He was like, that was
he did
his
it in a
thing.
shorter amount of time as well.
Carmelo was
less
like
games.
holding on to it, like, yeah, I'm the Olympic player. I don't got no rings, but I'm the most. I got the most points in the Olympics. Blah blah blah. But so he's been to 4, and KD's been to 3.
That's exactly, yeah. That's
So,
what I was trying to say, yeah.
KD passed him.
Yeah, KD
with
went to
less Olympic
2012,
games.
16, 20.
I
Yeah.
thought he was on 8 too.
No.
Because that's the one you were talking about. Anthony Davis was on. Didn't you say that? Or was that
He was
12?
on 12.
12. He was on
Who
12.
was telling me about that documentary they were watching about
Me.
the Olympic team?
Yeah,
Okay, that was 12. So yeah, KD was on that team. No, when did KD come out? 7?
7. I'm pretty sure he was on 8.
Oh, 8 was crazy. Though. that was the redeem team.
He wasn't on. He was only on 3, regardless of what it was.
He was definitely on 12. So he might maybe not Rio in 16.
So maybe he wasn't at 16.
But I feel like if you played him 8, he wasn't getting that much tip.
Yeah, exactly. Like Anthony Davis.
Exactly. AD came in and hit 1 3.
Wait, so how many points did he score in this one then? Cause
He was going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2012.
16 and 20.
Okay. But yeah, shout out KD. They were calling him Captain America. That was a dope. I was like, yeah, that's fire. I wish they called me Captain America. What I gotta do to become Captain America? I guess win a gold medal and win a couple.
Carry the team.
Okay. Damn, one's hard enough.
Carry the team.
And I was like, damn, Captain America. I was wondering if that was gonna stick, but I'm like, I don't know. There is a new Black Captain America too, so maybe it might.
That's you.
What was your favorite part about the Olympics, if anything?
I think for me, it was just watching different things that I don't really watch. It was like entertaining to watch other sports, like water polo. I really got into it because it was just always on during the day when I'd have it on. So I started watching water polo. It reminded me of soccer.
Are there any events that y'all like got introduced to? Like, oh damn, I didn't know that was a sport.
Nah, they were just new sports that they
Yeah,
introduced
skateboarding
this
ones,
year.
right?
Oh,
Rock
yeah,
climbing,
skateboarding is dope.
surfing,
See, rock climbing, I didn't know about
speed
that.
rock climbing is new this year.
That's crazy. Yeah, even new ones. So rock climbing, skateboarding, surfing.
Those are your favorite moments?
No,
What were your favorite moments of the Olympics?
my favorite moments. When the high jumpers, they were like competing back and forth, and they was like matching each other one by one. The dude that you have on the screen, I thought he was one of them. But yeah, it was him in Italy. I just can't remember where he was from. But they were like, they get to the last one, and they were like, all right, you guys are tied right now. No, it's not him. You guys are tied right now, so you guys could go out, do a jump off. And he was like, in the black dude, he was like, can we share gold? He was like, it's possible.
Oh, that was
and he
cool,
went to Italy, he was like, yeah, let's fucking do it, man. And then they fucking separated, fucking started crying, they were celebrating. I was like, damn, that's what's up. And I was like, damn, that's what's up. Because they both got gold.
That was a good moment.
What about you, Travis?
Besides basketball, bro, just the swimming was dope. I saw USA won a lot of swimming joints. And yeah, pretty much all the track
No Michael
events.
Phelps. They said, fuck Michael Phelps. I don't need you.
For real.
Yo, the other one too that was interesting was the kayaking. Did you guys see that at all?
I've seen bits of it.
Yeah, like that. That shit was hard, bro.
Bro, I was watching the walking one. I'm pissed because I sat here and watched it for 3 hours. They're literally walking for 3 hours, bro.
Oh boy, what? They were walking.
The speed walk.
Yeah, speed
They
walk.
got the hits.
Bro, if you get flagged, if you like
Start
Because
running.
you can't have one foot on the ground. You have to have both your feet on the ground at the same time. So you literally have to be walking. So if you like lift,
What happens if you get flagged?
you get like 3 flags, and then you're disqualified.
Damn.
So like after the second flag, you gotta like spend time in this box, 5 minutes. You just gotta sit there for 5 minutes. And just watch everybody just walk on by. And then you gotta hop back in and try to like catch up to
Did it get
everybody.
intense at the end?
Bro, this
Was it
one
close?
dude, he was like, when it first started, he was just gone. He was like, pew. I was like, oh damn, he's out of there. He's gonna win. What the hell? What? And everybody else is just walking. They're laughing. They're talking to each other. And I guess they were like talking shit about this dude. And then I'm watching, but I'm also on my phone. And I'm like, damn, this shit's really long. And then like an hour later, I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's like not even in the front anymore. He's like in the middle, the front pack that was like talking shit. They're in the front now. And then an hour later after that, one dude just takes off from them. And then the dude that was in the front originally, he's done for it. He's not even in the race anymore.
What?
That's crazy.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro. I'm walking.
What's also interesting is a lot of Olympic athletes are just like normal people. They have like normal jobs. Some of these people.
No, right. Like, you think they'd be like rich and shit.
Probably
Even
for,
the ones
like-
that get gold, they're like poor. They're like not poor, but they're like regular people. Like, because they're all their time is occupied doing this, they don't
Yeah.
have a job. So
Yeah,
they're
they're just
kind of
training
poor.
year-round.
Like, if they don't come for money, they don't have money. So, but yeah, I thought that was interesting because I thought if you're an Olympic athlete, I mean, I guess if you get sponsors, like USA athletes are pretty much different.
Yeah.
Like, we got a lot of sponsorships here.
True.
You go to Olympics, you get right on a cereal box.
Oh, easily.
I'd be like, who's this? I ain't never seen this. One dope thing I seen was Allison Felix she broke the record for most medals at the Olympics
As a track athlete.
in track.
Track and field, yeah.
So I was like, we got the black excellence segment.
After having a baby,
That's
Right.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Allison Felix.
speaking of sponsors, the sponsors are like, nah, we're not sponsoring you. You had a baby, you're done. Like, so nobody was like fucking with her, and she was like, what? So she was like, all right, that was like an extra motivation. So she worked her way back up, boom, qualified for the Olympics, boom, and then as she was running with her own brand. She's like, fuck y'all, this is my brand. I'm
That's
running
fire.
in my own brand. Shouted it out, so she's probably just about to
Money.
boom off that.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
You know
shout
me,
out to-
I be like in the blunders. So like, my favorite moments were all the times everybody fucked up.
I was gonna bring that up, but
I keep trying to find this video, bro. There was one dude who was like, I told y'all about this. He was talking stuff before. He was all confident, and then they got to the hurdles. He got to the first hurdle and
I saw
flipped.
that.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
And then there's one dude who did like the triple jump. This dude triple jumped and
I
then
saw
fell.
that.
bro, did y'all see
The baton, the relay, the Chinese girls, they kept trying to hang out the baton, and they were like,
That's crazy. The
Going
girls
back
did
and
that
forth.
because the dudes did that too.
the men's,
Mhm.
yeah. And Carl Lewis got pissed.
I saw that.
He tweeted about these foods.
No, I'm talking about the Chinese men did that.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the
The USA
USA
men
men. They was
messed
like,
up
yeah, I
the
see
baton
double.
race.
How you say it? College? How you say the college runners?
AAU.
AAU. He's like, AAU players do this better than y'all. Y'all are embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
They was ready to get out here. Y'all did that.
He said that's just lack of chemistry or focus and not being prepared.
Like coaching.
Yeah. So I'd be liking all the screw ups.
Oh, but I was gonna say, y'all know they have the Special Olympics too. You know, like the blind people. You know, and people with like one
This-
leg and stuff.
This year?
I think
Like,
it was going on during this too, at the same time.
Is that this year?
Yeah, it says it was. Yeah, it says so.
But yeah, I guess so. With the long jump,
221.
this blind dude, he was going, and you have this person that's like clapping you to like tell you where the long jump, to where the sand pit is.
But they
Like,
tell the people that.
so he's clapping, and this dude starts walking to this way, and then the blind dude jumps. He literally jumps onto the hard part, like fucks his like.
Wait, you were watching this live?
Yeah, I was like, what the? I was like, nah, why do you? Bro, and Twitter, I got on Twitter, I was like, they gotta be talking about this. And Twitter was like, dogging the person that was clapping. Was like, why was he just left him
He still
hanging?
clapped about it.
Bro, like, cause you clap, and then he was like, walk to the left, and so he clapped him that way. Nah, that shit was crazy.
Wow. I don't know. Why would they have the blind guy triple jumping or jumping?
I mean, they got them racing too. It's hard to run straight.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Why?
I mean, they gotta do it. They gotta compete.
Nah, don't they have someone guide them when they're running?
When they're running, yeah, they have a guy. But yeah, when they're long jumping,
Yeah.
I don't know if they triple jump. Maybe that's kind of harder though. But long jump, no, they just have somebody like clapping. So you're running and you just gotta run to the clap.
Okay.
And as soon as they get close to you, you're supposed to move out the way.
Okay.
But he kept clapping while he was moving out the way.
I'm like,
So he did he
So
turn?
he followed the clap and let it
I'm like, are
outside
they
of the
like
sand pit.
backpedaling while they're just like following them, and they're just
Yeah.
like backpedaling while they're racing?
Nah, it'll be like right next to him. The ones that I saw, like they're
No, that's
basically
the
side
racing
on
one,
side
yeah.
on their on
When
racing.
they're racing, they're tied to each other.
Yeah.
And they're just running. And he's like telling them like, go, go, you
Yeah.
got it, you got it, go, go.
So the other dude gotta be fast too.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they gotta practice
Dang,
together.
it would suck to lose because you're a fucking beneficiary. Like, come on, Jack.
Trust him.
No,
No, that's crazy.
I didn't know that was going on during the same time. That's fire. I'm sad I kind of missed some of that. There was one, oh yeah. These Olympics, sorry I gotta be the one to say it, but they were mid. They were big mid. Heavy on the mid, heavy on the premium kosher kush gas.
I wish
Super mid.
Sha'Carri was there. Cause
It wasn't that exciting. It was
that was like the
Yeah, the only thing I was really excited for was the basketball, to be quite honest with you. I actually kept up with those.
Even that, I was like, I want to see Luka play USA. I was like, I don't want to see Rudy Gobert really. Like, French was cool, but like, I want to see everybody there. I want to see Giannis there with Greek. I want to see Canada full. I want to see Australia
But
full.
you understand why on the basketball end. They're probably
Well,
most
this
sports
year,
too.
yeah, most sports. Like you said,
Yeah.
I want to see Sha'Carri there. It was dope to see Jamaica sweep the board in track, but like, let's get some of our best up there against them and
Right.
see like best against best.
But
Like,
that girl, she broke Jackie Joyner. I mean Flojo's. I'm gonna say Flojo. She broke her record. Fucking 1060.
the Jamaican
Oh, yeah.
girl, and it wasn't even
But
the
they're
other
talking
Jamaican
about-
girl.
Exactly.
It wasn't even
The
Humphrey
short one.
Jones or I forget what her name was.
She got like 3 names.
Shelly Jones. Yeah, it was like
But yeah, she broke the record 1060.
it was all Jamaica, but the other girl got silver.
1060, that's record.
That was one of my favorite moments.
You said it earlier too, bro. A lot of the big names aren't there anymore, bro.
Yeah,
Michael
Michael
Phelps, Bo,
Simone Biles.
Biles.
But
It's like
that-
those
yeah.
big names aren't there, so it's like a lot of people
any
tuned
these
out.
people.
That one white dude that was swimming, I think he's faster than Michael Phelps.
Ryan
Desky or
They
whatever.
just said, yeah. No, was it what?
Some
you say?
Desky.
Lucky?
I don't remember.
Ryan Lochte or something like that.
Nah, I
I
think
think
that
some
was.
dude is like Detson.
Nah, it's a D. It's a D word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard he's like
He's
fastest.
Probably now.
Like,
Michael
no,
Phelps.
Michael Phelps had the popularity.
Well, he got 28 medals.
Michael Phelps? Yeah, exactly.
Michael
And he's
Phelps.
probably-
I'm not saying and Michael Phelps hit
Was
the
it
bomb
Caleb
rip and then
Dressel?
went right to the
Dressel, I
pool.
think, yeah, that's who it is.
Who is it?
What's his name?
Dressel.
Caleb Dressel.
Yeah, Jessel.
He's a beast.
He's the fastest in the world. I don't know if they're like saying because Michael Phelps is done.
But currently,
But yeah, I think he got the record.
He won like 5 medals. That's
Yeah,
what's
he was
going
killing
on.
it.
it says Thompson Hera from Jamaica finished first with 10.61, the fastest time only behind Flojo, who set the record of 10.49. Shelly Ann Fraser Price was second, and then Sherika Jackson was third. Like, they was all right there. I remember watching it, I was like, they were hyping Shelly Ann though.
Oh, that must be like the world time too. What? 10:49.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
crazy.
Olympics. Yeah.
What?
Flojo's the best, bro.
10:49.
But yeah, the Olympics was like mid, so I'm like, it came and went hella quick. Our girl Naomi got beat super quick. That was like super uneventful. I was like, oh, okay, first rounder. What else you got? Oh, before we get out of here, it says, I don't know when this took place, but it said Colorado. Well, first of all, this is the map of the states with the most athletes in the Olympics. And it said Colorado was #1, but it was also 7 days ago. So this was like before the NBA won and all these other people. But still, Colorado's #1 with 6 Olympians from here. You know, that's all like the swimmers probably.
Oh, we got more than that.
Are we still #1?
I think so.
Shout out Colorado.
That's crazy.
Cause a lot of them like live here because where they practice for the Olympics
The
is like in
altitude.
Colorado
Springs.
Springs.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole facility out there. Like the swimmers for sure.
One also higher population, or not population, higher altitude.
Right, because it's harder to train out here. I think it was 7.
This is random, but I know we're all super big fans. Did you guys hear Stranger Things is coming back in 2022?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they're just gonna follow them all the way through college.
I'm like, this nigga about to be grown in
Too old.
2022.
For real.
Because it was already weird last season.
Well,
And I was like, took me a second to adjust. Like,
They had
they
the
look
deep
too
voices.
old. For real.
The Gap ain't cute anymore, my nigga.
Yeah, like, yeah, now you just like a
Yeah.
little teenager.
That shit for life.
Like, get that shit fixed. You need to go to a job interview. Are we looking forward to Stranger Things
I'm gonna watch
4?
it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna watch
still-
it.
You still tuned in?
Yeah.
With 11? Was that it? 11?
Yeah.
Our girl's name?
Forgot her real name.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah. As soon as you said 11, I forgot her real name.
She's a freaking superstar.
Yeah, once you grew her hair, I was like, okay, this. At first, because when the first season, did y'all like take y'all a while to figure out if it was a boy or a girl?
No.
Girl right away?
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Looks like a girl.
It took me a while.
Is that what you were getting, Sam?
I think even the dude in the first episode even talks to her like she's a girl.
And he has like a crush on her instantly.
No, once he found him, I knew it was a girl. But I'm like, when she was running
Oh,
and shit,
like away
and
from
they was like
the
chasing,
facility.
they were like chasing her. I was like, is that a boy or a girl? Because I was like, that's a girl. I was like, no, that's a boy.
I can see that. It's pretty dark too. Yeah.
But once she started talking to somebody,
It was that
Yeah,
dude.
she
the
wasn't
old
even
dude
talking
at
for a
the
minute.
right?
he was at the what's that place, like a diner, and he brought her in.
I definitely knew she was a girl.
Yeah.
Alright, look.
she definitely looked like a girl.
She definitely did.
Yeah, I got girl vibes. Yeah. It's about to be these niggas definitely Stranger Things college reunion. It's
It's
like
I'm going on like a summer vacation.
it's like when
I already see it.
when Monsters Inc. went to college. Like, wait a minute, y'all
That
can't.
shit was some heat.
Toy Story, like they all be going to college. So
Yeah, that's like the ending. If you could go
we gotta
back to college,
separate.
damn.
That's a good point. I've never seen these fools in school during the whole Stranger Things 3 seasons. I've never seen them in school.
No, they were always in school. With the teacher, they used to like sneak away.
I remember them at the beginning.
The first season for sure.
Yeah, it was in school.
The whole thing was in
Oh,
school.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
they
teacher
were like
was a science teacher, and he was on explain
I was saying
everything.
the whole setting was in the school. They, That's where the muscle took over with
Yeah,
the school.
hell yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys ruined the joke. Never mind.
Oh my god. This
No, but
is
you guys are right. Yeah, I forgot about the science teacher.
Ice tea, much of
Let's bring me to another topic.
During the
Did you guys
pandemic,
see that? So yeah, I watched your. Wait, are you ready? So yeah, I watched your movie Blind Spotting, and it was really good. But I accidentally started off by watching the TV show, and it's like the after. So like, he gets arrested instantly, and then it just goes to like the girl's story, and like I said, I made it to like 4 or 5 before I realized I was like, I don't know if this is what he's talking about, because I went back to watch it, and then there was another Blind Spotting right next to it, and I was like, oh, he was talking about the movie,
Wait, so who gets arrested?
the white boy.
In the TV show. Oh, the white boy gets arrested?
Yeah.
Because in the movie,
The
it's
man.
the dude that he's on in the halfway house. And he just has to stay in the halfway house for
Yeah.
like 3 days.
Yeah.
And not getting in any trouble. That's what made it so crazy. Because it's like he was doing hella shit. Like one thing you get in
Yeah.
trouble, you getting locked right back up.
No, that's why it was pretty good. And they killed the acting, like I said, but the white boy, yeah, he ended up going to jail. she thought it was gonna be quick. He thought it was gonna be quick. Ends up being 5 years. So then they trying to like make a whole hustle. But his girl is like the main character,
Okay.
and it's the same girl. His kid is in it. All that other stuff. So I was like, I feel like Joe might like the show too. And there was some bad biddies in there for sure. His sister. And yeah, I'll let you watch it. We'll talk about it later.
Sure.
But it feels pretty good.
Alright, you gotta get on it.
But yeah, for a second I was like, did Jarrell say this was the best movie he's ever seen?
No, I said best independent movie.
Because at first I was like giving it, I was waiting for something crazy to happen for it to be the best movie you've ever seen. And nothing really crazy was happening. That's why I was like, and I know you said movie, that's why when I was watching the show, it kind of threw me off for a second.
Okay.
But then I ended up seeing the movie and I was like, okay, this must have been at least fun.
So I wonder if the same people wrote the TV show.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the dude, and I don't know if it's that white boy still, but it's definitely David Diggs.
You guys see that DoorDash commercial? Where the little puppy dude, he's ordering food. He ordered a whole bunch of food in different places, but the dude answers the door. And he's like, how are we gonna eat all this stuff? He's like, oh, we gotta invite some friends to help us eat all this stuff. Y'all never seen any DoorDash commercial? Just right there.
I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really be watching commercials like that.
Oh, okay. Y'all just fast forward that shit?
I watched
on
that
that
shit.
video.
I'm just straight
Maybe that
streaming.
commercial is on YouTube, but I don't remember
I was
seeing
gonna
it.
say he's
Yeah,
on the
skip.
commercial, but
Skip.
Where were you getting that from?
he's on the commercial.
Oh, the
I was
David
trying
Diggs?
to like tell him who it was. Yeah, he's on there.
Well, we seen who it was last week.
Yeah.
We looked him up. What else have you guys been watching? We talked about Hard Knocks. This came out. I'm watching that every year. Last year it was the Rams, or it was like the Battle of LA, so it was the Rams and the Chargers, and it was pretty good. I don't know if it was the year before that, it was the Raiders moving to Vegas, that was good. The year before that, it was Cleveland getting Baker, and they had Tyrod Taylor then, and that's when Baker ended up starting over Tyrod. And they had that black coach, that one was pretty good too, so Hard Knock is always one of my favorite shows. And like I said, I'm keeping my eye on Dallas this year, so I'm gonna definitely be peeping one. That's how I found out about Darren Waller. And you find out about some gems and like who they gonna be. Passed it a lot too.
Darren Waller, yeah.
You find out a lot of stuff watching that, so I'm excited for Hard Knocks. So I've been watching that. I told y'all about the Malice in the Palace doc on Netflix.
I'm definitely gonna look that up tonight.
And it's quick. It's like an hour and some change. They got the best people in it that they should. Like, I love a good doc, but I hate when the documentary doesn't have like the people in it that they're talking about. So I'm like, let me get their side of the story. Like, so this one was good because it had Ben Wallace, it had Ron Artest, it had like all the people who were actually in it. The dude who threw the thing. It had the dude who walked down and was fighting them. It was pretty good. And then I'll pause. What else? What y'all been watching? Don't say White Lotus yet.
Okay.
Because I know you're coming to White Lotus.
Nah, there's one I want to bring up that I haven't watched, but I'm about to watch tonight, and it's the What If. It's that new series, the new Marvel series.
It's like animated.
Yeah, it came out tonight or today.
Is it just one episode at a time?
I haven't looked yet. I don't know. You know, sometimes they'll drop 2 at once, but I'm assuming just 1. But if there's 2, that's what's up. But I'm definitely gonna watch that.
I missed
Yeah,
that
I'm
low
definitely watching that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8.5.
You need to watch Insecure still. Because I'm telling you, when Insecure starts, we're having a whole breakdown every season.
I'll watch it just to conversate with it.
Please
I'll
watch
watch
it.
this.
Yeah, but watch Insecure also.
I'll probably will.
What else have you guys been watching? Or been wanting to watch?
Well, it's not a show, but I got a movie. Can I get it with a movie? Suicide Squad. What did you guys think about that?
It was cool.
It was cool.
Straight.
I liked it.
You liked it? Wax, you didn't get to it yet?
No.
I was pleasantly surprised because I was like, this isn't gonna be that good, and it was actually better than the first one.
I agree.
But it's still just like it was not an overall great movie.
It's DC, so it hit
Exactly.
different. But like you said, my expectations were super low. Like,
Exactly.
To the ground. Where we coming off of Wonder Woman and a whole plethora of other, even the what was the Zack Snyder cut? Justice League. Even
Yeah.
the Justice League was like,
It was like 15
super.
minutes was changed.
But I was watching this and they
I like that.
showed James Gunn directed, and then they said I think James Gunn written, and then Zack Snyder directed it. So I was like, okay, they teaming up.
For this? For
the-
Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe I'm a little interested. And then it started with like Pete Davidson and all the random
That
black
shit
people.
was funny.
And I was like, where are they going with all these new people? And then they died instantly. Spoiler alert.
At the beginning.
Spoiler alert.
And I believe Trav told me.
And it was gory at the beginning too. So out the gate, they caught my attention. I was like, all right, let me sit up. You know, like,
That shit was
I was
for
like,
real.
okay. So I'm paying attention. They get into Idris Elba and his story. And what I was realizing is they have so much of the same character. Like, his name was
Bloodshot.
Bloodshot.
Yeah.
He's the same as Deadshot or Deadsport,
Yeah.
Will Smith from last year.
Yeah.
But then there's like another one, John Cena was like the same.
Yeah.
Like they all have the same type of character.
Power, yeah.
Like trait.
I fuck with that.
It's cold, but I'm like, damn, there's so many of the same character.
I just thought, and Trav told me this, so I'm kind of piggybacking off what he told me the other day, but the first half is better than the second half.
Like, by
Yeah.
I want him to watch it again, so I'm gonna pay attention. For sure.
That shit
The
was-
only part I didn't like was when Harley Quinn started fighting and the flowers started coming up. I'm like, y'all didn't have to go
You
that
know they
far.
gotta get the.
I'm like, this is Zack Snyder that did this for sure. You know, he was trying to be way too artsy.
Yeah. The shark person was probably one of my favorite.
I fuck with the shark dude. The shark dude is one of my favorite. Harley Quinn always kills it.
Yeah.
It's just, they always make her the star. How did y'all feel about the starfish? That was the evil villain. And that was,
yeah.
That's what
No,
it
that shit looked like a Pokemon character.
It did look like Patrick Star.
Yeah.
That shit fell off.
At the end, that's when you stop watching it.
I was over.
Yeah. When they dove into the eye.
That's
And,
it.
and then they're like in the bloodstream, and
I thought
all
that
the
part
rats
was-
were coming into
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and the rats.
Yeah.
The rats threw me off too.
It was too
There was why does DC have no uniqueness to their superpowers? So there's a shark dude. They have all of the same guys who can shoot. They have a guy who spits polka dots.
That's unique. They got the most unique.
That's not
That shit was like acid, bro. That
That's
shit was
unique as
fucking-
fuck. The rats, that's unique. They got the
And
most
then the
power.
girl that can control the rats.
It's
She
just-
said, "My father, back in the day, we were born in the slums, and then they were there to comfort us. Now we control all the rats." I'm like, okay, that's not going to give you control of all the rats everywhere. And then at the end, 1,000,000 rats came out to fight all the starfish, and I'm like, basically, they just want us to know that rats are more powerful. I don't know, that shit was a lot for me. I agree. Now that I think about it, the front was a lot better because
Yeah.
that's the flower shit definitely took place in the
Yeah,
same.
I'm not watching this.
Bro, I think it was funny.
What?
It was good, bro. It was cool at the beginning.
All that being said, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was tuned in at the beginning.
I was definitely on board.
So this is probably a perfect movie for me because I usually stop paying attention towards the second half of the movies.
And it's gory. I like that.
That
they
was
were showing-
cold.
That's the one part that I do like about DC is that they're gory.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
dark.
that. Yeah.
That shit was cool.
Rated R, you said? I didn't even notice it was rated R.
They have a lot of funny parts. Now, if you watch it while you're high, that shit was, that's this first part.
Kevin said it was corny.
It was the starfish you just said.
That was.
That is why I didn't like it that much. But
But DC's always, Marvel has its corny moments.
This fool would open his armpit. These fools came
Yeah.
flying out.
I couldn't
It's
believe
like,
it.
it was,
It was funny.
It was
though,
cool.
bro. It was
though,
funny.
man.
There was some funny parts.
What are we rating it out of 10? I had this talk with Caston on Twitter.
It's like a 5.5, 6.
Ooh.
6.
Damn, I was gonna be nice than that. I was gonna say a 6.5.
Ooh, I should call Caston.
Don't call.
I'm gonna just pull up what he said. I gave it a 7.5.
It was too corny. It was like.
And what did casting get?
I posted on Twitter. I said the new the new Suicide Squad is super solid. And then he reached out like 4 days after my tweet, which was kind of weird already, but he remembered it.
Yeah, he was like, let me go back until
He
then.
said, "This is exactly Caston Maven talking." So excuse me. He said, "Yo, You selling low, my nigga. That is a fantastic movie. I just got down with it. Great movie if DC coming with that. And Birds of the Prey, they're gonna be all right. I woke up to it. What time did you see that? He sent me that at 12:43 a.m.
Oh,
so he
he
must have
watching
just
it,
got
yeah.
there. So I woke. Oh no, I was up. I hit him at the 12:42. I was like, okay. Yeah, it was good, bro. I enjoyed it. I loved how gory it was. I said Shark Dude was one of my faves. 7.5 out of 10 stars. He said 8.5 for me.
Oh
The jokes were top tier, the cinematography was crazy, and like you said, the fight scenes were fantastic. I never said anything about the fight
I didn't see the negative sides.
He said, the fight scenes, he said, like you said, the fight scenes were fantastic. I scrolled up, I said, wait, I never
Oh,
said
it said like you said.
He said the perfect amount of gore and real fucked up shit balanced with comedy and great acting. He loved it. So I was like, I mean, I get it. He's probably watching it with, I don't know if he was watching it with the kids, actually. But it was a good movie. I feel like they always gotta throw in them little corny quick quirk jokes or like this and that. But like, come on, my nigga. You know our favorite thing to do is like compare superheroes, this person versus this person. Rat Girl versus who? Because she's getting smoked by everybody. Polka Dot Man was kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie. Polka Dot Man, he has some.
The bubbles will get all weird.
He went to go take a dump. They were looking at him. It was just straight colors. So Polka Dot Man might cause some problems.
Nah, we gotta talk
in the
about Polka
Marvel
Dot Man. This
universe.
fool.
What do you mean? What is he?
Bubbles?
Well,
Yeah, I was like, he hates his mom. He was like,
He
yeah.
threw up bubbles.
yeah, like I think he was tested on or
His
something.
mom.
His mom tested on him.
No, his mom was trying to make him and his brother superheroes.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's what happened.
It was like some type of atomic infusion,
Yeah.
like some science.
And now this fool looks at and sees everyone as his mom when he wants to
and
kill him.
when he gets pissed off and he
Yeah.
just like kills his mom. So yeah, I think he's gonna take a couple L's. He's not facing Iron Man or Spider-Man with that. So that's the thing when I mean like the uniqueness. Like yeah, it was unique because like nobody's thinking of that, but like, come on. If that's the squad you coming with against Thanos, they can snap pretty quick. But Suicide Squad always was weird to me because like they're technically bad guys.
They're the villains.
Yeah, so they're not even like.
That's why.
Yeah, they're supposed to be trash.
Trash. That's exactly
They're
why.
supposed to be like quirky and like weird.
That raises to a 6.5.
Yeah, I was like, I'll give it a 7.
They're supposed to be that.
So like, you know, the superheroes got like the polished story. It's like the parent died, then they became like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight everybody.
I would have gave it a 7.5 or 8 if it wasn't for that starfish.
That's what it is.
Like, that starfish, like, wait, what?
That's what they're fighting.
Oh my god. I thought he was about to be cold. It looked like the life.
I was about to say,
animal.
it was cool because like I like how they had the kind of backstory about the
Yeah.
scientists and he's
Yeah.
like they're sending them out to feed on them. And it kind of reminded me of Invincible where they had the thing that covers your
yeah.
face and kind of controls you. I was like, okay, it makes sense. And the more he sends those out, that thing feeds on him.
Yeah.
But then like he broke out and it was literally just a giant
I
starfish.
couldn't believe it, bro. I said, look, what?
I'm like, it was just like smashing the room. Like, what else can it do?
people?
It's not gonna do nothing else. So yeah, I mean, it was cool.
The
But,
backstory was dope.
and I liked Viola Davis. What's her name?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah, that's her name.
She killed the acting.
Yeah.
I like that they highlighted her a little bit more in this one than the last one. So it was dope.
I love John Cena. I thought he was funny.
He was cool.
he
He killed the character. I would
Yeah,
say.
he did pretty
He
cool.
understood the assignment.
He was funny. When
Funny
they killed
when they
the
all
whole
com-
squad.
Yeah. These was all competing and then the good guys, they're on their side. Oh shit.
They killed the whole squad. He said, "Where's my guys?"
So we just seen on.
All of them.
Yeah, that's when
They came in strategic.
That nigga just eating. That shit was hard.
Yeah, I'm about to watch that.
I might watch it again too.
So shout out Suicide Squad. Shout out Cass, my boy Cass. White Lotus. We could talk about White Lotus. Have you guys been watching anything else other than Travis? See my tweet about F Boy Island.
Oh shit. Did you watch it?
He said he went and looked it up.
I'm not watching that. I was about to. So what am I talking about? I went on there and said, wait. It's something my girl watched, bro. I'm not tuning into this. I had to ask him about it. Like, bro, you was really.
Yeah, he said, what's up, F1? He said, is it good? I said, man, you know.
Yeah, bro.
I was bored working from home. I watched one. I almost started watching like 10 minutes, and I just got hooked instantly.
Wow.
But it's funny because as soon as I said that, the new episodes came on right after, and I was like, "This is me." But regardless, HBO is up there, and HBO has got the heat. White Lotus is definitely starting to heat up, and it's so like, what is it about?
I don't know, bro. It's just about.
It's
I
so
don't
quirky.
know.
It's so
It is.
different.
It's literally just following rich people around and their drama is basically.
Their character, it's not even character development.
But it's like
But
it's,
the way that they have their characters in each individual story and each individual like plot kind of connects is dope.
Well, and then this last part, I'm gonna expose some shit a little bit. But the last part when she gave the tip to the dude to steal those bracelets. That shit got tense. I said, bro, you better get the fuck out of there, like now, like hurry up.
That made stuff go next level.
Yeah.
I was like, my
heart was racing
pounding
for him.
I'm like, oh. I was like, I get it, but I don't like that girl. Like the friend.
Yeah, well, no,
she's like, aren't they your friends? She's like, no, they're not my friends.
Yeah, they're just weird. Yeah, and they're both weird. Even the other white girl that's her friend or whatever was all trying to take her dude and shit. That's
got caught in his office.
Bruh, what the fuck?
And then the other dude that was blackmailing them was like, he's like, I hope everything's good.
He's like, I'm sure you do.
Yeah. He's like, your total stay is completely compensated. He's like, yeah, I bet. He's like, hey, I called that number. Went straight to voicemail. I'm like, this dude's a prick. And his mom's still there.
Yeah, no, her mom was getting on my nerves. She's like, just be a trophy wife. It's okay.
And his wife is bad.
She's
crazy.
hella bad. She's bad. But she was in Percy Jackson, right?
I don't remember. I never seen Percy Jackson.
For real?
Those are my shit.
Yeah.
I was always thinking about watching them, and I was like, man, this ain't Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're more, yeah.
You're trying to be like Harry Potter. He had like 7 of them too.
Yeah.
He had like Harry Potter had Chambers of Secrets. He had like the secrets with the chambers. I'm like, Percy, come on, you can't bite off my man Harry. Were those good? The Percy Jacksons?
The first
The
one.
first one was, yeah. After that, they all kind of get kind of cheesy.
Yeah, I was definitely. I think White Lotus is weird. I feel like you would like it, but it's like so hard to explain. But
It
it's on
is, like,
HBO Max, so just click that. shit.
Yeah, you just gotta give it a
You just gotta start
yeah.
watching.
Which I just said, bro, I don't really feel it. Checking the rich people, drama, like, I don't know, bro. But I'm gonna see.
But it's funny. It's like
I was like, we didn't even explain it. We
Yeah,
didn't say
it's
He's
like,
like,
I wouldn't-
rich people, drama,
it's how I mean, it's kind of right. I guess
somebody stealing somebody watch. It sounds like the show that Your Honor. I didn't fuck with that. Like those type of shows
No,
don't
Your
really.
Honor was different. Your Honor was
This
fire.
is-
See, that's what a lot of
Yeah,
people
Your
say. I
Honor
don't fuck with that.
was Your Honor, I'd say was better.
It's just like a lot of
Your
stories.
Honor was more drama. Your Honor was like suspense. This is like, it's definitely more comedy.
It is more comedy.
Is it like the morning show?
That's what he
Vibe?
compared it to. And I could see why
I
he
can
said
see the way they follow the people around, the character development, stuff like that. But it's about
Quirkiness.
people that are on vacation, and there's like 3 or 4 different groups that they follow.
that. In Hawaii. So these people
Yeah.
are like just fresh at this resort, and then there's this guy who owns the resort, and he's kind of like putting everything together on the back end. But a lot of stuff is effed up on the front.
It's all fucked up.
And shit's just moving fast.
And then you got these younger girls that are into drugs, and they're like, it just gets mixed in with the manager, and I don't know, it's just like a whole bunch of shit goes on. Yeah.
And this is on episode 5, so I'm like, damn, this is entertainment. But episode 5 was the best episode.
For sure. That shit had my heart racing.
No, episode 5 was the
So like, just to give you, I'm gonna tell you about episode 5. So one of,
Nah, I'm watching it.
because it would have made him want to watch it. I'm like, that's
No, because I'm like I said, I'm low key. Yeah.
It's better than F-Boy Island, for sure.
Bro, I stopped listening after F-Boy, bro.
That's because you are. That's
No, fuck out of here, bro. I'm not watching that. Any nigga that's watching F-Boy, it's automatic.
I'm a nice guy,
bro. No, bro. I'm never watching no so-called F-Boy.
I'm definitely fall on the nice guy.
There's signs? You see what I mean, bro?
It's complicated.
I can't look. Yeah.
So wait, you can't be an F-boy and a nice guy?
See, that's the thing. A lot of people are like, all the F boys are saying they're changing, and none of the nice guys is making it with the girls because no girl wants no nice guy. So then they're like, this past episode, they all had to say what they were. So before it was like a mystery, and the girl was just like, I feel like you are, but I'm not sure. This past one, they spiced some stuff up. So it's like Survivor, where they got you all at the podium, or like Flavor of Love is how I tell them. And they were like, for this episode, everyone will reveal their official F-boy status. Doom, everybody was looking around. People started sweating. They was going up to all the dudes. Every dude I knew was an F-boy was an F-boy. There was one dude who was a nice guy, and they looked like Russell Wilson. And he used to play football. He came in there hostile. He was one of the new guys too. He came in there beefing with everybody. He had the Sports Illustrated look. Definitely thought he was an F-boy. Came out as a nice guy. One of the girls was like, dang, I thought he was a nice guy. I thought he was an F-boy, completely messed me up. I'm gonna give him a chance. This nigga moved in there super quick. Oh, so, I don't know, they be like F-boys and nice guys.
I would be confused. You should have kept that whole explanation to yourself. You said this past episode, my nigga, you on it. He said I thought it. This nigga was an F-boy. What?
I'm breaking it down.
Oh my God.
Like more than one episode at once, so they ain't even leaving me open. There's no complaints from me at this point. It was basically what I'm saying. This shit is hilarious.
I'm gonna check the White Lotus out. Let's see what's up.
Definitely watch White Lotus.
Let me see what that's about.
I was talking stuff to Sean, and he was like, I just won a couple years ago.
Yeah, we can't see.
I just remember, like, oh damn, he did.
What place he get in this year?
8.
Ooh, okay, we ain't talking about the best show that's out right now. Low-key.
Yeah, Raising Canaan.
Yes, sir. Best episode.
I was about to ask you about it. I know you've been watching the Raising Canaan.
That shit is
With our boy Joey.
way better than expected. That shit is some heat.
Well, it's up there with Power.
It is hella up there with Power.
Have you guys watched the recent Raising Canaans?
Not the recent, no.
What episode are you on?
I'm on the second.
Okay, so you 2 back.
Yes.
Wait, no,
3.
Yeah, you're on the second.
They released 2?
No,
like I
that's
watched the
5.
second.
Okay, so
yeah,
you're
I
2
watched the
back.
first 2 episodes.
Oh no, episode 4.
Yeah, I was like, I think only 2.
But that's a cool. You can watch the 2-hour joint and just catch up. Low key, I rewatched the second episode today.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch number 4 too, but I only made it to the second
For
episode.
how long is the first episode? Because I have not finished that.
They're an hour
Hour,
long.
yeah.
They're all an hour.
Yeah, see, 30 minutes in, that's all I remember.
You don't fuck with it?
It's
His
too long.
attention
bro.
span.
Yeah,
You need some
my attention
Adderall.
span, bro. I be doing other shit. I'm like, fuck this.
You just gotta get to number 2 and you'll be good.
He's like that for all movies though.
Yeah, that's how
There's just so much to watch.
it's crazy because like Game of Thrones was like perfect.
That shit was
Or
long.
maybe I just be high and forgetting too. And you know me, I gotta get my gaming in a little bit, so it's like when do I watch?
I be watching like, damn, it's over already.
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
I be locked in.
We could tell.
I be locked in. I was thinking about this stuff
Yeah.
today. Like, my passive listening is great. Like I'm really good at multitasking, so I could be like doing 3 things and still like know what you said. I'm like, wait, you talking shit over there? Like, oh, this nigga's paying attention. But yeah, that's why I be like just working. I just be listening. Breakfast Club. I'm like, what the food Nick Cannon talking about? They had this food Nick Cannon on Breakfast Club this past week, and you know the first thing they asked him,
Condoms.
they said NC,
Oh, yeah.
Nick Cannon, NC, no condom. He said, is that a coincidence? He said, no, man, when I just meet the girls, they got a understanding that, like, you know, nothing is material. You know, back in marriage, the father used to give the daughter away, and I don't want to, like, own them like that. So for me, it's just way more free. You know what I thought? F-boy. F-boy, F-boy. No, but that shit was long too. And you know, first of all, I fuck with Nick Cannon. But and you know Nick Cannon, he kind of like got canceled too because all that anti-Semitism stuff. Like they canceled the show and now they brought it back and all this other stuff. So it was interesting just to see his point of view. And he was just talking about the baby and what he needs to do. Pretty much what we've been saying is just shut up and go get the knowledge. And he was saying the baby apologized and he like he had that first apology, but then he said he's doing the education and stuff. And he was saying basically like the baby's not stupid, like he's a smart brother, like he knows exactly what he's doing, so it's just the lack of knowledge. He just didn't know. And he was like, I'm pretty sure the baby would be totally willing to sit down with Madonna or Elton John and have a conversation and really like get some understanding. But that just made me realize like none of this cancel stuff really matters. Because I forgot to cancel Nick Cannon. And this was
Back on the Breakfast Club.
driving with 9 baby mamas. And 2 of his kids is Mariah Carey. So it don't sound like he...
Wait, you said Madonna? You said Madonna?
When,
For what?
No, you did say, man. I was about to ask that too. What?
He could sit down with Madonna?
You should say something?
The baby,
The baby.
would be willing.
She did say something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She tweeted something.
Yeah, and she's like a huge LGBTQ advocate.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she
Yeah.
gay?
Elton John, of course, for sure.
I didn't know Madonna was gay.
But yeah, she definitely said something about it.
That's a lot of people. Well, Dua, what's her name? Dua Lipa. Yeah, she said something. I know she.
Because
got big in mind.
he's on one of her biggest songs.
She took him off, didn't she?
They were talking about maybe taking
She
him off.
took him off. Who else took him off? I'll send it to you.
But we see all the concerts getting canceled. Do you think he's canceled?
The baby. To be honest, I downloaded one of his songs the other day. I don't believe in that cancer bullshit, man.
And
You gotta do something like real egregious.
exactly, and that's the thing too. Is like it's the internet. Like
Exactly.
the celebrities amongst each other. Like Nick Cannon's still best friends with Kevin Hart. Like he's still like in the mix. Nobody's shunning him because of what he said online.
Exactly.
Like they understand that maybe he just needs a little bit of research.
Even T. Payton talked about it too on his interview. Cancel culture. He's like, I've been canceled like 12 times. So,
And what he said, he was like, you just gotta go away for 3 days.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then they'll cancel somebody else and you'll be back.
I'm saying, there's always some new shit coming out.
Always.
I forgot how we got there. What were we talking about?
F-Boy Island.
Came in a little bit more, or we can. Do you guys have any other shows y'all been watching, or that you want to highlight? Our movies, shows are movies.
I got one. It's cool so far. I'm on like the 7th episode. It's called Animal Kingdom on Amazon Prime. It's straight so far. I heard it was like Sons of Anarchy, and I love Sons of Anarchy.
How many seasons deep is it? So
There are
far?
5.
Oh,
So give me something to watch.
Yeah, I got something.
straight bingeable.
Exactly.
baby.
So that's what I've been watching during work. It's cool. It's straight. Not as what I expected, but it's straight.
Have you guys heard of Vikings? Have you guys watched
I
Vikings?
did.
I've watched, yeah, Don was like super big on it. And I've watched like the first 2 seasons of it.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Have you watched it too?
I only watched a couple episodes, not a lot of it.
I started the first episode, but one of my friends was saying it was better than Game of Thrones.
I don't know about all
Oh,
that,
that shit.
but,
Okay.
He said if you like Game of Thrones,
but I can
you would
see where like, I think it might be the next best thing that I've watched compared to Game of Thrones. That or like The Witcher or something like that, but in that genre.
like, that type of style.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll check it out. I respect your opinion. I mean, don't let me down. But yeah, Vikings is one that's on my list to watch. And that's it, really. I don't know. Are there any
Not too much.
movies or anything that's coming out this week?
He brought that one up. When does that one come out? That Doom
Doom.
thing?
Oh,
That was like
I
October.
can see that.
Yeah.
September, maybe.
Don't Breathe
That's-
2.
When's that come out?
I think like next week.
Yeah, I've been seeing the previews for that for weeks.
I do want to see that dude. I never heard of it until y'all told me the other day.
You been watching anything? Remember when you challenged us to come in here every week with a new show? I don't feel like you haven't given us a show since you said that.
Yeah,
He's like, I don't even remember I said that.
life changes, bro. Summer opened up.
Exactly. It's like,
I'll
let's
be
see fuck
outside.
these shows.
I'll be outside, boy.
That was so
I
funny.
got time to
Winter's
watch
right around the
nothing.
corner. Or fall at least.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Yeah,
that's
holla at me when I can't be outside, and I'm forced to watch shit.
It's just funny.
Other than
because
that,
you
I'm
said
outside.
it was your challenge.
Time flies, bro. That's all I'm
It
saying.
was your challenge.
Yeah, during the winter.
He said, all right, how
we
about
couldn't
this?
go outside when we was locked down, and it was a perfect challenge. But shit, I've been out, boy.
What you been doing?
Out, outside.
What happened?
I've been gardening,
Okay.
cutting people's lawns.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just being outside, bro.
Going at that, too.
Yes, I'm out in these streets. I'm hustling.
Every day.
Oh shit.
Nah, but I just been like going to different like places, camping and shit. It's the summertime, so I just been taking trips. I went to Nebraska, went up to Fort Collins, camped for a little bit. Just doing stuff like that.
Trying to get outdoors as much as possible.
Nothing crazy because COVID can't be doing. I ain't even been to no parties, so I ain't been doing nothing like that. So my summer's a little different because usually I'll just be in the clubs all summer. Bartending, concerts, bartending venues. It's a little different. But I don't know, I'm just always outside in the summer, so I was like, I refuse. Because last summer I was literally just locked up. I feel like we all were. Just not knowing what was going on. We was taking little trips when we could, but
It's been weird with going back to the air pollution that we touched base earlier. Do you feel like you've been wanting to go out less because of all this air pollution?
outside, it doesn't really affect me. My mom though, yeah, she's like, she try not to go outside. So other people, I see it, how it affects them, but me personally, no, it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
Outside.
They started shooting. That shit was lit.
That's what I need to do, go outside.
Saturday was crazy though. Saturday made me not want to be outside. And I was like, I had to go run some errands. And I was looking around and I feel like people were, because I went down like near downtown Denver, Colfax, and people were like walking to like brunch and stuff. And I was like, this is irresponsible. Why are people outside? Just adding to the pollution. We should just all be indoors right now. Like Earth just needs a break. People were just like lollygagging with their life, brunch skirts and everything. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I went right home.
Yeah, nah, I wanted to go like on a bike ride, and I'm like, man, do I go out there and breathe really hard in this stuff?
Hippie bike. I almost bought a bike the other day. I was like,
That's
damn,
what we
hippie
need
bike.
to do.
Let's get together with the bike crew.
Hell. We the biker boys for real.
I usually start riding bikes like August, September.
Once it start getting a little,
A
Yeah.
little cooler. That's like the perfect time.
have a little
Like
beach
right,
cruiser.
right when summer starts, and then like right at the end of summer.
Beach cruiser, no beach.
There's a bunch of dope paths too, just like around the state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Aurora got some nice paths. There's some nice paths out here that they created. Out here in Montbello.
Right by my house. Let's go back.
Everywhere.
Yep, over there.
Man, there's a bike path.
Lowry.
everywhere.
Yep, Lowry. Where y'all be at?
Well, we can't get out of here without touching on music. You know what I'm saying? But before we go deep dive into music, before we even go to music, do you guys have anything else on shows, movies, media?
Music is the last thing. Real quick, I want to ask you about Uno.
Oh, okay.
A little Uno debate that's been going on. Do y'all play
Give us some backstory.
a +2, a draw 2 or a draw 4? Can you put a draw 2 on a draw 2?
I would think so.
Can you put a draw 2 on a draw 2?
Yep, somebody
Yeah,
was
like,
like,
so-
boom, draw 2, and it's your turn to
And
draw
you
2,
gotta draw
but you
two.
got to draw 2 in your hand. Do you have to draw 2? Or can you put the draw 2 down and then the next person has to draw 4?
No, yeah, I believe in stacking.
Yes.
Yeah.
To certain levels, though.
No, it's, I'm telling you.
I feel like if the 10 niggas can
Yeah.
put draw 2s down,
No, but when people say stacking, usually it's like if you have 2 draw 2s in your
No.
hand,
No, not that. Not
Just
that.
one at a time.
That's cheating.
That's
Just one at a
You
time.
can do that if you say it at the beginning of the game.
or if there's like
Regular
two,
is
yeah,
what
2
you
2s,
I never heard of that.
or like
Bro, what?
3
is
7s.
Ignorant.
You can't put
Two
more than 2
sevens?
cards down at a time.
Bro, we used to
That's
be
what
ignorant.
people-
But that's when you have to say the rules.
But that's what I hear people say stacking for me. That's
So
what
not, okay, it's
Okay,
not
but-
stacking. But what
But
you you just
This
said,
is like
yes.
unwritten rules. Like you know this. This is how it goes.
If I'm playing regular and nobody told me the rules at the beginning of the game, I'm thinking I can put my draw 2
On the draw
on
two.
top of your draw 2.
Yeah.
Not a draw, or not the opposite. Like if you put a draw 4 down, you can't put a draw 2. on top.
Right. It has to match.
It has to match.
Be a draw,
Yes.
another draw 4.
Exactly.
All right. What about a wild card?
Can you do what?
Let's say I
Wild
put a
card.
wild card and I was like, the color's blue, and you don't got no blue, but you got a wild card.
Absolutely.
Which
That's the
one?
same thing.
You put a wild card down.
You can change the color, right? That's normal rules. I
Wild
feel
card
like.
on wild card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's just crazy because that I know y'all heard that debate before.
Well, Uno said you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uno
They're
came out and
wrong.
tweeted.
Niggas said they were wrong.
I didn't
So
say
like, thank you, Uno. We got it from here.
Thank you for the cards, but we'll take it from here.
Yeah, they don't even know how to play their own damn game.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like the consensus is all that.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those people that read the instructions, because probably on the instructions they said that.
Was that a newer tweet though? Because I've been seeing the
That comes
debate.
up every
That's what,
year.
that's what I said. I'm sure y'all heard this debate,
Okay.
but it just recently came back up on my feed at least. So I just wanted to ask y'all real quick on the show.
Yeah, and you know what I realized too is a great idea is to just travel or just have a deck of cards or Uno cards just in your glove box. Because we were at Sunday fun day type deal, or just like out on Sunday and we're just chilling, drinking, and we're like, Uno game would definitely be dope right now, or just like having a card game in general while we're out. So I'm like, I'm gonna just start having cards just on me. And just
Chad's gonna have the taboo on deck.
Nah.
He's like, let me go to my trunk.
Not playing no game as long as taboo is involved.
No, the taboo would be dope. Though. I feel like a lot of people would get involved. And stuff,
No, for
but,
sure.
like just having some cards on deck. I feel like I had to get my spade game up. Once I hit 30, I have to like
Spades is dope.
become a spade
You know,
entrepreneur.
I'm good at spades. I grew up playing spades though.
Me too.
When you say good, are you like
I'm good. Like,
you
if you my
talking shit?
partner, you better be good.
Okay.
I'm identical to that. I am very good.
I feel like I played with Trap before.
I'm
We
nasty.
won.
I taught a lot of niggas how to play spades.
No, it's easy.
I'm
It's easy to learn.
very good.
I feel like I
Hardest part is calling your books.
I wouldn't say I'm great, but I'm decent for sure. I know how to play it for sure. But I don't know if I'm gonna go out there on a limb and be like, oh, I'm gonna beat you right now.
it gets
Yeah,
serious.
we should have a spade night.
No, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, I need to learn.
The last time I think we played was in that cabin.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's when I think me and Chad were on teams. I feel like
Yeah.
I think we won twice. But you were like teaching us too. But I quit. I was picking up what you were putting down. And it's dope how you can't really like talk over the table. It's like all like
Yeah,
It's
you
all
gotta-
like it depends on your partner.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, my partner better be good because I can't help them.
Yeah, you gotta know what you're talking about.
You gotta-
I know what you're talking about. I'm not talking.
It's like you put that down, you give me that look like, bro, come here, man. Put that down. Yeah. Spades is dope.
Bro, what? That's all I have.
No, for sure. Space would be dope.
So wait, for games, you don't really believe, like for board games or games like that, you don't really believe in reading the rules? Like you rather have like your spin on it type of thing?
I feel like games are always better when you put your spin on it. Don't y'all?
I absolutely
I
agree.
agree.
I agree.
Like, yeah, y'all gave us a little basis.
But we can
but,
switch up and make
like
it
you
better.
said, we got it from here.
But as long as I'm having fun, it's a game.
And as long as everybody agrees.
Right,
But
everybody has to agree though.
The thing is, everybody has to agree before the game. We have to get the rules and say what's happening before the game. Once like you start already, people like, oh wait, you can't like nah. You have to say that
I think
before we
I
start.
feel like that's why the Uno thing always comes up because like you got people that do read the instructions like no you gotta draw two regardless, and then it's the next person's turn like because if you play on the text message game, that's how it is. Somebody hits to draw two, boom, you automatically draw two.
But
I'm like wait, what? Hold on. So I like having that freedom of putting on spin on it.
I only bring that up because I didn't get that vibe from Monopoly.
I was about to say no.
You just said it. Monopoly. I did something. Drell said, "Hold up, the rules." You just explained it. I was just waiting.
Well, no, that's
brought
what we
that
did. I feel like that was a new rule.
I was waiting. You knew that. I niggas knew I had some meat in my head.
No, but was that something we added?
No, bro. I did something and you stopped me.
You said
and
every
you
time?
said the rule. And you already stopped me before that for something else.
Twice.
And for the rules on the I swear to God, it was two different. No, it was. I don't even know what it was.
It was a couple times.
But it was two different
got
things,
pissed.
and I was mad.
No fucking everything. He said, bro,
The rules.
it's my turn.
It's always exactly. And you went straight to the
I
rules.
was looking
twice.
around.
I was so upset, bro, because as soon as I started winning, I was flashing my money. Niggas was trying to bring me down and bring the correct rules.
Look, I feel like this is the perfect Monopoly table right here.
This is Monopoly legend.
This Monopoly
Nah,
good right
so
here.
with Monopoly, like, y'all been playing Monopoly. That was my first time, so I was reading the rules, trying to like get ready to play with y'all. So shit was happening, and I'm like, hold on. So I was trying to learn, but not trying to throw shade at you. I was trying to learn at the same time. And
You played like 6 games though.
We played like twice.
What? Monopoly?
We played like
I've only
5 times.
played like 5 times in my whole
For
life.
real? I thought you played Monopoly.
I didn't
hella
play
times.
Monopoly really like really as an adult before I played with you guys, but we played like 5
I
times.
feel like there's still stuff I need to learn from Monopoly.
We played
I
like
played a lot.
4 or 5 with Autumn Malcolm Alone. I feel like.
I played like twice.
What? I probably got the
Yeah.
hella time.
I only remember
Twice?
like a handful of times. Yeah.
Because then I remember we played with us like 3 or 4 times, and then I remember you already got mad once.
Yeah.
You right, got
You got
like
mad
3
once.
times. Right, got mad.
That's what I remember. You're right.
got
Always
mad
mad.
like 3 times. We played hella times. We played like us. We played like 4 or 5 times. Cause 3 times this fool was mad, and he kept leaving. We did not only play twice.
Like twice.
Exactly. We played hella times. I feel like.
Because once quarantine started,
That's all we were
brought out
doing.
everything.
Mario Party and Monopoly.
We brought out
It
everything.
was hella with the Mario Party.
I was
That's all
taking
we
my
did.
break, though. I can say that.
Nah, yeah, you
I was
was-
getting my fair share of every. But if we got to go across the board. Didn't I win?
Yeah.
Didn't I win in Sorry too? I feel like I won Sorry.
No, I know.
never played
I
Sorry.
won one side for sure.
I never played
No,
Sorry
I
before,
definitely-
ever.
I must not have been up there. I remember
I don't think you
sometime.
were, though. I don't think
I
you were.
remember. Sorry.
I remember Kayla was up there. He was knocking off Kayla. She was knocking off you.
Yeah, she was getting pissed.
You said, "What am I supposed to do?"
I do remember that.
No, we gotta bring the board games back. That's
I'm
why.
with it.
On the trip.
Bring the taboo for
You
sure.
know, that shit's already packed. I can't believe it. That shit is packed.
Bro, you gotta buy a different one, bro. You know,
I did. I did.
A new one?
Yeah, bro. I went to
every
Walmart.
generation,
Niggas kept
bro.
fucking talking about, oh, I knew all the cards, and y'all played as equally as most of me, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Nah, try to get it on the
Yeah,
second
you
part.
see, that's all I
It's like
had.
as equally, but like, nah.
Lamb, bro, you are
Because
you
you-
are always
You played it like with me, but then you also played it with Uri, but then you also played it
him
like,
too. He be there
with
too.
Malcolm. Then you also like
See, niggas,
you are the
niggas think
common
I'm
denominator.
Man, you lived at the house. You
Trav is always the common denominator.
Lamb,
It's like we got
Sure, he's
70
definitely always
we
there
got
when we play.
75.
you too.
No, I mean I'm there. I'm
You was
definitely
there as much as me.
Nobody's there as much as Travis.
No, I don't even be at all the events.
Nobody is.
Uriah's there too, bro. And you're there. Niggas live with me, don't act like they not at the same events. I'm there.
I'm
What the
upstairs
fuck?
like taboo again, huh?
See,
Y'all three, bro.
thank you, bro. Niggas is
Y'all be
friends.
saying this shit before the quiz. I'm like, oh, how do you know that?
Niggas is friends.
That's a little random. Like,
Exactly, bro. Niggas
like,
got
oh,
to
because we played this stuff. I'm like,
But like I said, there's no more excuses. I got a whole new deck. I got time to niggas saying
And I'm
I'm
still about to come through.
Me too, bro.
I did that before.
how many editions are there?
There's a lot. There's just like a lot of different
What if
ranges.
you just like mix them all together?
Bro, we've done our phone, and it's still you cheater.
Yeah, it's either you good or you not.
Yeah, it's
There's an art to
What
it.
it comes down to.
There's some games I'm not good at.
Honestly, they're just lucky
No.
we haven't been playing
We
too.
know there's some games.
What? Call them out.
The drawing game.
That game, that's not a game. That's art.
That is a
That's art. Who created that, bro? That's art, bro. Nobody wanna play art, nigga. Like that's horrible. That game don't count. The game we played at Parker's house, that shit was kind of hard too.
What?
I was lit though. I was lit. That game,
The
that's,
hashtag
yeah, that's.
game, I was
Or
smoking.
maybe these niggas was too good.
I was smoking that too.
Cause there was a lot of niggas that was trash. I'm not gonna say no names.
It was like equal. It was like
It was like
the
5 good
niggas
niggas and 5 bad niggas.
and the quiet niggas was
Yeah,
quiet.
See, I don't know if I'll be good at that.
Bro, that shit was hard.
Yeah, I don't know
That
if
shit
I'll be
was
good
hard.
at that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a game. You just like, alright, bro, let's get
That's the fun part too. But and we're so competitive. We be
I mean, I'm
win.
gonna try. I'm gonna be guessing. You know, I'm gonna say
We
something
boxing
weird
it
like,
out for the taboo.
"What did you just say?"
I I was getting pissed.
Nah, people are lucky though that we don't play teams because if certain people get on teams
Yeah,
together,
we stopped playing.
You tried.
Yeah.
We can't even play free throw. I said it first. I said it. Like, bro, I heard them.
nah, honestly, that's the most stressful part is being the person with the cards and trying to be like, who said it? Because you guys all just yelled at me, bro.
That's why I yell it, bro.
that's why you gotta be first. I'm just coming out firing. It looks
And then
Say random shit, bro.
And then people get upset when you're like, well, I heard him. And they're like, but he didn't say it. I'm like, well, that's what I heard.
Speak up, bro.
But then it'd be like some people be telling the truth, like, no, bro, I said it before. But then there's people like Javon. Like I said it, like
He says it every
said
time.
it, but after
We all heard you.
we know your voice, Javon. There's no
And
way-
you're loud.
That's what I'm saying. Your voice is distinctly coming through, bro. We can tell.
Shout out Taboo, bro. Shout out Taboo.
Yeah, we should just have that on the ice everywhere we go.
Like I said, I brought a new pack. It's coming.
Is it like a themed?
It's just a regular. It was just like the updated version.
20.
of the,
What year is it? 2020.
I don't know. It was just at Walmart. I didn't even see the year. It looked like it's a regular Taboo box, but it looked updated from what we got.
Because
So it looked like current year.
that should be, it be having the like distribution year on the back. That's how I be knowing like the older ones, and
Yeah.
then, like the 80s and shit like that.
Might bring two. Fuck it.
Countdown to Mexico has begun. Call me Senor Limar from here until the end of
Limar,
August.
that's just intradis.
Please say this. Please say this.
Bro, and they don't even say my name.
Uriah?
Uriah? That's probably. Yeah, no, they didn't even try. He looked, he said, he just gave me my car back.
You about to get your tan on out there or what?
I am. Try to.
I wonder, have y'all been looking at the weather? I wonder how hot it is out there. Or is it just like perfect humid?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be pretty hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
How, speaking of Mexico, I went to artificial Mexico, Taco Bell today. And shout out to the dude, he paid for my meal today, bro. I let him go first in the drive-thru. He sat and was like, nah, go ahead. I said, nah, bro, go ahead. And then I get to the window.
It was just a car?
Just a random car in the drive-thru. I pulled up and he was like, hey man, the dude in front of you paid for you. And I just like, damn, that's what's up.
Damn, that's what's up.
I was shocked.
So there are good people.
So
Exactly.
you know what you were supposed to do.
And then you
I was about to, but I'm like, bro, I'm fucking this is a free meal. I was about to, I swear to God, I was
see how
thinking
long
that.
you go.
I was going to, but I was like, nah, bro, this nigga.
Yeah, it's like, this is my car.
Exactly.
I would work hard for this car.
For real.
It's crazy because I tweeted that a while back. Like, if somebody pays for yours in front, like, do you pay for the next person, or you just take that as a blessing? Like, yep.
Bro, that's a blessing. I feel like
That's
you
mine.
earned
That was for
earned
me.
that good
That's
spirit.
that, yeah.
That's for me.
It's that Black Lives Matter.
For real.
He said, hey, brother. I'm an ally. He said, I'm an ally. You know, they be doing weird
He
shit.
hit me pissed, like, hey, no, what you doing? That person behind you is a white guy.
Fuck that.
Well, that's what's up, though.
But nah, yeah, that was some good shit.
What'd you get? And
Well, I got the number 6, the 2 chalupa meal steak. Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 chalupa meal.
Did you know
It was
that?
$20.
Did you know that?
I did not. No, I did not. I heard it $20 worth of food. It was completely random. I let him go first.
He
And
said,
he was like,
oh,
damn, all right, cool.
Yeah, he said 20. So,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, 20?
Low key.
He got you back there. Oh shit, let me get a number 7.
They kind of add more.
Exactly. Extra guacamole, please.
man.
Put sour
They're gonna look out the window like,
sour cream on everything.
like, brother.
For real.
And then you're gonna coop it out 30 minutes after.
That shit was dope. Good things do happen.
Yeah, that's smart. Would you ever pay for somebody?
Absolutely.
Okay, so now it's like you just put it on ice.
Yeah.
I never have.
I have paid for somebody's meal.
I'm not even gonna lie and say I be thinking about it because I really don't. I just be in and out. I'm at Chick-fil-A. My pleasure. Yeah, I'm going right home. Have you ever paid for somebody?
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, so okay, I guess that.
Yeah, I was like-
Anybody, have y'all been paid for?
No.
Ever?
No.
Oh, so that's why. Niggas
So this is all
That's
That's
the only something I could tweet about. But to hear it in real life, I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Nah, yeah, bro.
I didn't know that shit was a
I
real
mean,
thing.
You paid for that.
I
shit was dope.
bought
Because I always thought, like,
homeless
what would I
people
do?
a meal downtown. I've done that, but I've never been like, oh, someone behind me, I'm gonna buy
Wait,
this.
so you bought them a whole meal?
Yeah, I bought them Chipotle before, yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
You bought their meal? Like it's different if you like gave them leftovers. Like sometimes I'll have leftovers from a restaurant. I'll
I've
be
done
walking.
that
I'll be
too.
like, "Fuck it, here you go."
Yeah, but with the drive-through, it's like unexpected. You just like,
surprising.
Right.
hey man, they pay for your meal.
No, yeah, because definitely he asked me, and I was like, well, I don't got no cash on me, but I was like, I'll buy you a meal if you want something. And then he was like, yeah, just give me whatever. And I was going into Chipotle, and then
You said extra steak.
nah, he got the chicken.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What would I?
Black
give?
beans, please.
Would I give up? I think I would just do a veggie burrito.
What?
Nah, he didn't fit.
What is this?
That nigga
You gonna throw that shit on the ground.
He'll definitely
I said $1, bitch.
He said, I'm hungry, motherfucker.
Y'all see that movie?
Probably some bad.
Y'all see Scary Movie?
Oh, yeah, that's my shit.
He was like, I want some money. He's like, oh, here's the ninjas
Oh,
hungry.
yeah.
And she gave him a sandwich. She said, I said $1, bitch. Threw a sandwich.
My shit.
Before we get on the music, lastly, I seen something that was super interesting. Aaliyah and her estate, the singer Aaliyah, Princess, RIP, her estate finally is going to be releasing her music, and they released a statement saying, like, basically, it was a long statement, but basically it's been a drawn out process. Like, we've been trying to get her music out, we just don't want it to end up in the wrong hands. We don't want the wrong people to make money from it, is basically what I was getting from it. They're like, protecting Aaliyah and her legacy is the biggest thing for us. So that's why we've never really been able to put it out, because we want to protect her. But the way that her music is going to be coming out, I know it's going to be coming out on Spotify, but they're going to be releasing it on a major platform. And I know this was a huge thing because for the longest time, like, it's been hard for people to sample her music. That's why it was crazy to hear the Normani sample. It's been hard for people to really drop documentaries about Aaliyah. Like, Aaliyah, her estate does not play with her name. And that's why we haven't seen, like I said, no documentaries or nothing about Aaliyah. So I thought this was dope just because it proves they're finally starting to open up a little bit. And I don't know if y'all know, I have a huge fascination with Aaliyah. I have a poster hanging up in my room. Like, I love Aaliyah. So I thought this was super dope that they're finally letting us in. They're finally starting to, like, let the people admire her and her craft. But with that all being said, I totally understand why they didn't and why they would want to, like, protect her music and her legacy. Because as we always say, and as T-Pain said recently, he said this past year, a stat came out, $17 billion were made in the music industry in 2021 or 2020, and only 12% of that 17 billion went to the actual artist. So where else that other 88% went from the other people's hard work is whatever. But we always talk about, like, how many streams do this, how much money is made from this. They give us this little fraction of, like, yeah, you guys sold all this, but really it's just this. But on the back end, they're making all this money.
That's crazy.
So I totally understand why they don't want, like, that's basically what I got from their letter, is they don't want the wrong people to make money off of their daughter and their person who is a part of their life. But it sounds like they're finally starting to get the right deals underway. So shout out to Aaliyah. I don't know if I should give you air horns or applause, but I thought that was really dope. And what's even better is, like I said, with the documentaries, her story is so interesting. And I think if they really start opening up, I think that Aaliyah documentary would be fire. Especially because how she went out was so random. And people still don't really even know the specifics. Like what we hear, like they had too much luggage in the plane. So I don't know, I think that would be a fire story.
I'm sure there's more to the story.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I thought the pilot was like on some drugs or
For real?
something. See? Nobody knows.
Pop out and pop off, pop KT. Stay down on my boss.
Go!
God, son, they call me son, ain't no son of me. Bring 100 in, bitch, 100 things. Paper pound pussy, that shit 33s. What you think, I owe you some girl for fucking me?
And the boys is back. fresh off commercial break. Let's get right into the music. You know what I'm saying? Not too much stuff dropped this past week, but I think the highlight was the Nas, King's Disease. Should we start with Nas?
Two.
I feel like we all heard it. Yeah, King's Disease 2. I think that's important to point out. How long has Nas been in this game? Can we just say Nas is still like rapping like he
It's
is
crazy.
hungry,
We were
peak
born.
performance?
Look at his fade.
Bro, let's show some love to Nas. And like, not only is he like still rapping, he's still rapping high quality bars. He's working with Hit Boy, who's one of the hottest, youngest producers out. And then King's Disease 1, I remember watching Joe Budden when they first like teased the cover and the track listing. And you know, they showed the features and they were kind of saying, Nas is trying to like fit in with the young boys. He had like Don Toliver, Ferg. He's like, I don't know if I want to hear a song with them. That shit drops fire. Wins a Grammy, didn't it? Didn't that one win a Grammy? So then for him to follow it up less than a year later with the same type of vibes, I'm like, oh, Nas is outside. Nas is trying to make a point. I think Nas is trying to prove a point. He doesn't have to do this, but like I said, Nas is still rapping like he's hungry.
That new management, boy.
Hungry.
Who was he under?
Rock Nation, ain't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They doing what they artists, boy.
And I think it's just him. Like,
For sure, he got the potential. They know how to bring out the potential of their artists.
And it's funny because you never really hear any gripes or anything negative over here with Rock Nation. Like, I've never heard one artist be like, yeah, I don't like it over here with Rock Nation.
Don't? Nah, I don't think Wale was really.
Nah, and the thing with Rock Nation is not only do they have artists that they actually sign, and then they also have artists that they just manage.
Right.
So like there's levels to this. How do we feel about Nas King Disease 2?
First off, like just off top, I like number one better. But I feel like it's a continuation of number one.
Yeah.
So he could have put it with number one. But I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I can't bump it like every day like these other albums that's been dropping. Like I bumped it once and I was like, alright, that was cool.
It's not in your top.
But it's something like if I'm trying to hear some motivational shit, I'm just trying to like, alright, now speak to me, man. What you got for me today? Put this on.
I like it. That's a good breakdown. It's probably your best breakdown you ever know.
I mean, I fuck with Nas. It's an easy breakdown. It's easy when the artists are good.
No,
These other ones you gotta force like these new artists. Like I see where they're going, but you try to drag it out. But
No, I like it.
I completely agree with Jarrell. I also think the first one was better so far, but it just came out. I give it a little while. But I love the vibe. I love him working with Hit Boy. You can definitely tell. Like Hit Boy's coming up these past couple of years, been crazy. But yeah, it's a solid album so far. I like it.
Everything Hit Boy touches.
Crazy.
yeah, he's on the right path for sure.
Him and yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
I agree with both of what they said. I did like King Disease 1 better, but this still needs to like marinate, needs some more time. There's definitely some good songs on here though, for sure, that I've been playing.
Yeah. Before we get into our favorites, I like that you guys said it's like a continuation of the first one. Because honestly, I think they had a lot of these songs probably originally,
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, we got to cut it down to 12, 13. And they're like, yo, we still got a lot of stuff. Lauryn Hill feature might have came a little late. They're like, yo, we can't just sit on the Lauryn Hill feature.
Right.
So I think it literally.
To go get it when it feel like to go missing. That one city, one country, one state.
I don't remember what the last thing we were saying. But it is a very complete album. I think I was saying it's literally a continuation of his first album. So I think a lot of these were left over, and then it's like, yo, we can't just sit on all these
And
tracks.
so the Lauryn Hill feature came later.
Yeah. And they're like, yo, we gotta put this out. Cause why don't you if you got the Lauryn Hill with the first King Disease, I mean, maybe it didn't fit, but nah, you throwing the Lauryn Hill on there.
For sure.
So they're like, yo, we still working here, what we got? And then I brought up the first one with the track list, and he kind of had a lot of the young boys on there. I think he's kind of still continuing that. I think this album has a little bit less features.
Yeah.
So he kind of worked on himself, but we still see A Boogie with a hoodie. The YG feature kind of threw me off. And I was working out, so I wasn't really looking. And you know, for some reason, YG always comes in, like the beat stops, 400, or he always like has the introduction. So I was like, oh damn, that's YG. But they sound good together. And him and A Boogie was magic. They sound really good.
Yeah, that's a good song too.
Blast is a new artist that's kind of been on the up and up. Hit Boy rapping on here. I always like to see Hit Boy rapping. Eminem is on here. I think that was one that really caught people off guard.
Trash. It like threw off the whole vibe, bro.
Of the album or the song or?
Bro, the album, the song, even Hit Boy was a homie. That's just for you a little bit. Eminem, you're Eminem, so we're still gonna put you on the album, though.
You gotta
fix it a little bit for you.
You gotta
If you get an Eminem feature, you gotta put it on.
Right.
They gotta stop this.
What's crazy is 50 Cent posted the verse and was like, yo, Eminem's top 5 on y'all sleep. And I like listened.
Sure.
I was like, okay. And then I just heard like, Simmon and Bimmin and Pennin and Pennants. Like the same stuff, y'all.
Oh man.
It's like when rapping, sound matters. Like how it sounds and how it's presented on paper is totally different. Like it has to go both ways.
Yeah, because he's thinking like, okay, what I'm saying is probably crazy.
Right, same thing with
We're thinking, I don't know
The way it
what you're
sounds,
saying.
yeah.
I don't know what you're saying. It all sounds the
He
same.
hasn't had like a really memorable song since like the recovery days.
Since nah, nah, nah,
Oh,
nah,
yeah.
Exactly. That was the Rihanna
nah,
joint.
nah, nah. I was like, yo, this white boy kind of cool.
Yeah, bro.
When I was in middle school, I was like, this nigga is fire.
His flow is
Where the
just
real
different.
lady, please stand up.
Oh, that shit was cold.
I bought that Eminem show for sure.
That shit was fire.
I bought that
was
Eminem
fire.
show.
And the LP,
The
joint,
Marshall
Marshall
Mathers.
Mathers, that shit was fire.
His voice is totally different.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was like a little smoother white man. He was like,
Bro,
it's the drugs.
That's another thing about it.
It's
Like,
the
what? That
drugs.
shit's hard.
The drugs be slowing these fools down, and then once they get off and get sober, they just be like too clear. They be seeing words they never even thought they would see.
I sometimes just think
They're like, I just gotta get it out.
sometimes artists that have been in the game for a long time, they try to do too much.
All right, what's up,
Like, what did you say, bro? Yeah.
Bro, when he came out with Rap God,
Right.
people, it was like half and half. People were like, oh my god, and other people were like, wait, what the
It's
fuck?
always half and half.
Like, people thought it was amazing, and that's when it first started. When he came out with Rap God.
What you say, you right?
I think people that have just been in the game for a long time, some of the artists, they try to do too much sometimes, and I think that's what Eminem does. Like, you're doing too much. Like, we get it, you could do all this wordplay, but that doesn't mean like that's what we want to listen to all the time.
And I think that's a good point because we all can recognize Eminem as a legend, right?
Yeah.
And we see him in the same lights as like a Nas or like a Jay-Z. But we don't see Nas out here like trying to prove that he can rap. Like we know you're Nas, so like at this point, he's rebranding, he's getting bigger, he's working with this person, he's working with the young boys, he's like reinventing himself. Jay-Z is Jay-Z, but we still see him reinventing himself. We see him like doing this, doing that. He's not out here just like trying to prove himself on wax every time. Like, dang, I don't know if I'll never give a bar again. That's the type of energy I'm getting from Eminem. He's like, they don't think I can rap, so I'm about to come and rap. Yeah,
Exactly. I know y'all always like get mad when I bring up Lil Wayne, but I feel like Lil Wayne's the same way.
No, I agree.
Like, he's just trying to prove, like,
Yeah.
they put me on this pedestal that I can rap. Well,
Yeah.
just rap every time and just put out the perfect bars. Like, I can't
Exactly.
come trash.
Yeah.
He's like not focusing on his sound, he just come with the
It's
bars.
like you don't have, at this point, you don't have anything to prove.
Yeah.
We know you're a great rapper, so like what's next? How can you, and honestly, I hate Kanye now because he's made us wait for like 17 years.
I know, bro.
But Kanye is another one. I listened to that stream. On every song he has, he had a feature. And it was Lil Baby to Playboy Cardi to Bori to all these young, Baby Keem I think he worked with, all these like young up and coming artists. Kanye, Drake is really good at that, at just like expanding their sound and not really just getting stuck in, dang, they not respecting me, so I'm just about to get straight lyrics, straight bars. It's like, nah, bro, we get it. You're great. Now, like, give us some more classic moments more
Timeless
than
music,
anything.
yeah.
I think this Kanye album is gonna be classic, bro. Because you gotta think about it. He's a producer.
Why you laugh?
I just,
But you, like, cause it's so long.
nah.
I feel like he's
Why
hyping
you-
himself,
why you
so it's
chuckle
like,
like
I should
that?
have too. What?
This fool, I think Kanye's just funny, bro. I think he's just
He's a legend.
he's
Does
just
the
yeah.
balls. I
But-
don't get it.
He is the producer first, so it makes sense for him to work with all these artists and like put them on, because that's what producers do, you
Right.
know.
No, yeah.
It definitely
And
makes
then
sense.
he's always wanted to be a rapper too. Like he's been very open with his like career. Like he says it on his albums. Like I make beats, but I rap too. Like I listen to these bars. Like he's
I know, I completely agree with
So-
that. To call it a classic, thinking it's gonna be a classic, that's
Yeah, let me hear
It's
it
like you
first.
guys, like if he can bring it back to the Life of Pablo type of days, I would completely agree. Because he had a lot of artists on there, so you can, but it's
And as far
Kanye.
as
It's
the production
crazy.
with Life of Pablo, I could see like, cause Kanye was more in this production band.
Exactly, and that
So-
shit was fire.
I think
But the way he's been trending,
Yeah, I
since
agree.
The
That's
Life of
it.
Pablo. That's why I think it's funny.
that's
It's
why
like-
he's coming back full circle and about to hit us with some like
That-
yo.
But what
That'd
is
be
he
dope.
on with these release parties and then not releasing?
Kanye.
He's
That's
just
Kanye.
he's
though.
just feeding
That's
his
always. You know,
he's just feeding his
extra.
ego. He's an ego driven person.
Is that giving him more buzz?
Yeah.
Because personally, I'm like, all right, I'm over it. Like you gonna drop it when you drop it,
I mean,
but
true.
it might be working for some people. So
No, for
I'm
sure. He's
like,
getting exposure every
Absolutely.
every new bro. Jack, the Twitter person, fucking tweeted about him, talking about what he should do. He should like release his album as it is right now and just like release it on platforms and just like update it, like just let us see the creative process, like update the tracks as you go, but let us listen to the tracks as you update it. Like let
He's doing
us
that
see
too.
that creative
Yeah, Life of
process.
He does that with Life of Pablo. So like that's yeah.
So I think he's just going in a different creative bag. Like I'm just gonna do live streams. First he did the live views, see how many people will show up. Now he's doing the live streams. He's gonna drag his song.
Yeah, bro.
I think
I am
he's
not
gonna drag
surprised. This is typical Kanye.
Like he's trying to reinvent the rule. That's
Yeah.
what he is.
I think he's just not
Exactly.
ready. I think
He made
the
a
album-
Jesus
I
album.
think the album's just not ready, honestly.
That's part of it too.
I think he just keeps trying to add to it, add this, add
And
that.
he's coming up with new ideas. Like wait, actually I won't drop it. Fuck it.
So we seen the locks in the verses. The locks is on the Kanye album.
See.
When I was driving, I was like, is that Jadakiss? And I heard a little glimpse, but I wasn't sure. And I couldn't go back because it was just like a live stream, so I wasn't sure. if
See,
I
I
was
kept
tripping.
tuning in and nothing was happening. When
Me
did
too
it-
at first.
Yeah,
I was
Bro,
like,
like for 4 hours, I'm
Me
like,
too.
bro.
And I
I'm
was like,
driving,
this
I was
is
like, fuck
bullshit.
this.
And then I went home and I was like, let me just look because I'm on Apple anyway. And I was like, ah! That shit was lit. I'm not gonna lie, that shit sounded good. I heard at least,
So you're just mad. He's just taking
bro, I heard at least 7
That's
songs
everybody,
and they were
but-
fire.
When you
They
make
were
them mad,
fire.
they're still gonna tune in when you drop it.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
So he knows what he's doing.
No, I'm gonna listen.
I'm just
Listen
over
to
the like expense. I'm like, or the suspense.
He's gonna wait till the last person is over it. He's gonna keep going.
What is he waiting for?
I'm not.
Is he really waiting for Drake?
Yeah, he's waiting for Drake.
That'll be crazy.
That will be
That should be lit.
I mean, Kanye's known for trying to face off with
Some
people.
controversy.
I just don't know if the album's gonna be all that.
But no, that shit was sounding cool. Like I'm not gonna say fire, but it was sounding pretty good. It was like really good.
I love this just for the simple fact that if he is waiting for Drake and Drake is catching ear to this, he's gonna make his album better. It's just gonna produce
Oh,
better
yeah.
music for us. So I'm with all of this.
Yeah,
I'm
for
sure.
sure.
Both artists.
But with I bring up the locks to say they were on the Kanye album and they were on the Breakfast Club, and they asked him like, did y'all have that verse already? And he was like, nah. He said, and Jadakiss joked. He was like, I don't think Kanye knew who the locks was before the verses. And he was like, I'm joking. But he was like, nah. He like Kanye FaceTime me like after that and was like, I need y'all. I had an idea. He's like, I need y'all on the song. So they like got on Kanye's album after that. But what's crazy is I don't even think all these songs are gonna make it to the final version, unless Kanye just gives us an album with like a 3-hour album.
Well, you know Drake's good for it, so I think he's just prepared for whatever Drake got.
He's just gonna match it. Cause did y'all see the features that Kanye has?
A lot.
It's like 50. Somebody said, damn, there's no bitches in here. It was like all dudes. And then Kanye was like working out and doing push-ups and stuff. In the meantime, they were like, oh, he's definitely divorced. He said this divorced energy is at an all-time high.
For real.
That's exactly what
Yeah, Fabio in there. Like I said, that Fabio track was kind of crazy. I don't know how we got to Kanye.
Him not releasing it.
Yeah, fuck Kanye. Any other music you guys this week?
I tried the Young Moody. It was
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna bring it up.
He just dropped the album like a month ago.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I was just thinking that.
Once
too,
it-
when I was
once it
listening, I was
got
like, did he
past-
just drop an album? I tried to listen to the first one. I was in the same vibe.
It's hit or miss.
Once it got past like the 6th song, I was like, I don't even know what song.
There might-
It's like the same.
Yeah.
And I think he literally like one taken song. So like he's like, yeah, let's put it out.
Yeah, that's what Chris Brown said. He's like, what happened to real talent nowadays? And like, drop all these gimmicks. Like, where's the real talent? Like, throw some auto-tune on it, and you get a nice. Low key, I was gonna say, this is Pierre. Pierre produced this beat.
I'm not sure.
I was gonna
think
say
he did.
the beats were slapping.
He probably produced some of them. I don't know.
I kept hearing Pierre.
I don't know if he did the whole thing. They have a history though, and they do have a whole tape together.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, the beats are dope. Like, that's just some fucking car music. If
sure.
you got the beats in your car.
And Pierre used to be his engineer. That's kind of how Pierre got him.
So yeah, I think Pierre, if he didn't do all the songs, he's gonna buy a lot. That's the one.
I didn't really check it out much because, like you said, I seen. I'm like, bro, you just dropped. There's no way this is about to be that fire if you just dropped. But I heard a couple songs floating around. I'll get to it in the meantime. Tinashe dropped the album. I thought that was interesting, and it's independent, so I think she's doing her whole independent thing. I haven't had a chance to listen to the whole thing really. Alright,
How old is she?
I listened to like she's like around my age.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to listen to the whole thing, but I really like Tinashe, and I always support the independent vibes. She got Future on here, Jeremiah, Cash Page, Buddy. So I was like, I see her out here trying to do it, and I've always been a fan of Tinashe, so I'm gonna definitely give that one some spin. Amendi, she is kind of a new artist, but she has a song with Isaiah Rashad on his new album, so that's what kind of got me hip to her. She's a little different. It says hip hop rap, but it's kind of like some soulful hip hop rap, more melodic for sure. She has an interesting voice too. But I downloaded Amendi, her EP called Nice, and I haven't had a chance to really listen to it all, but I really liked her feature on there, so it kind of like got me hip to it. And then I've been seeing her name a lot since then, so I was like, whenever that happens, whenever I see you once and then I keep seeing you, I'm like, download. So that's kind of how like I come across a lot of random artists. Like if I see you once or if you're featured here and then like you keep coming into my perspective, I'm like, all right, I might give you a chance. So I'm definitely gonna check out this new Amendi. But it was a real slow week for music. Nothing really dropped. I think everybody thought Kanye was gonna drop, so they were like, shit, I'm gonna just chill.
You fucking know all the vibes.
Is there anything that drops this week?
I haven't seen anything.
I seen Paul Wall, Slim Thug, these dudes dropped a song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty good too.
Huh.
I'm like, okay, they're trying to make a quick comeback. But it's funny because I was wearing my Travis Scott shirt to a dispensary, and there was this tall white dude in there, and he was like, oh man, you been to Travis Scott concert? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, have you been to Astro World? I was like, nah, not in Houston. He was like, man, I just love the whole Houston sound. And he was a little bit older. And I don't know if you guys know, but white boys of like from like 30 to 40 right now, they love that whole Houston time, Paul Wall, Mike Jones era. Like that's like their kick. So this was just hella talking to me for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, bro, I just want to come get some weed and go.
I know y'all seen that video of that white dude rapping that Mike Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mike Jones.
And he's like, oh, this Paul Wall, wood grain on whipping. He just rapped the whole lyrics. That's all like, okay, white boys actually just love that style. But yeah, they dropped the song.
Every time a white rapper come out. Paul Wall.
That's who that dude from Blind Spotting was reminding me of. I'm like this Paul Wall looking mother.
Nah, yeah, definitely. It's like they just can't help it.
Yeah, the girls. He was all tall. But yeah, they dropped the song. That was pretty cool. And then honestly, I've been stuck on this Isaiah Rashad. I think this is my favorite album of the year so far. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that now. The way I've been running it back, I'm like, it's my favorite album. Did no other album I've played as much as this when it dropped. I keep trying to play new shit, but I'm like, nah, nothing sounds better than Rashad. So I know we talked about like our top 3 of the year and stuff last week, but this Rashad has gradually been bumping all those other ones out, and I think it's my favorite.
So what's number 2 then?
Of the year? Cold World
And there's 3 would be Tyler.
and Tyler, yeah.
I want to hear yours, Travis. I hear these guys all the time.
Probably Cole than this.
Cole's your number 1?
Yeah, Cole's my number 1. I'm still playing that.
Nah.
Riding the devil.
Jermaine.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Cole.
I can't even think of any other tape, bro. Those are like the 2 that just stands out to me.
Do you like Tyler?
Yeah, I like Tyler. I like Tyler.
You was waiting for him to say it.
He said 2. I was like,
Yeah, not straight. I'm just not a huge Tyler fan.
okay.
For me to say that's like my favorite album. But no, I love Tyler.
I love. That's probably my number 1 right now. Isaiah Rashad, as y'all know, I just got on to him. Well, you probably know, but yeah, I just got on to Isaiah Rashad. But I fuck with that last album for sure.
I do agree that I think Isaiah Rashad is moving up further on my list. But I would still think, like, if I'm taking my bias out, I still think Tyler has album of the year. If I would take mine out of what numbers are gonna do and stuff like that, what people are gonna listen to, I still think Tyler.
And we talked about DJ Khaled like bashing Tyler on the show, right? Like him like being mad that Tyler was like
That was his last
cheating.
one. That was what.
But I guess somebody asked Tyler about it in the interview.
Yeah, we talked about bundles and how that affects
Yeah.
sales, and then we brought up the example.
Even with Trav.
Of Tyler. But yeah, they did ask him about it. I watched that interview.
And then Tyler was basically just trying to say like, bro, like people acting like I ain't been doing this shit. Like basically just trying to up himself. Like he usually don't talk shit. Like
He usually doesn't do interviews, so it was good to
Right.
see him outside.
he was just like talking this shit basically. Like I'm that nigga.
I'm here, I made it. I've been here for 10 years. Basically, he's like all the other
Basically, what's that?
you know, all the other people y'all was trying to like push me to the side against in 2012, 13, 14, 15.
I'm still here. Where they at?
19, exactly. And I'm still getting bigger. So I agree. He said Jada Kiss. He said I love them.
He was definitely crushing on Jenkins.
He said they care. They just care. You can tell.
He always crushing on somebody.
Why do you sound like this fool, bro?
So easy to say.
Yeah, but music was like this week. I don't know. I'm over Kanye, so I'm just gonna keep bumping Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah, I ain't got
I'm definitely gonna bump Isaiah tomorrow.
I'm big on
That
that.
Dave Beast, actually,
Oh.
I'm gonna give that Dave Beast a shot.
I should see.
I forgot about that Dave Beast.
Definitely gotta run that back.
I'll give it a chance.
That's the cool thing about slow weeks is we get so much music. It's like, all right, this is the time to just catch
I
up.
know, right? We were like, oh, where's the music at? And boom, we just got hit with it. I was like,
I
oh
just
shit.
gotta catch up. For this Isaiah Rashad album, though, these last 2 songs, honestly, the whole last part of this album is kind of crazy, but these last 2 songs have definitely grown on me a lot. He smokes them. He smokes this whole album. And it's crazy because people, not even people, but that fucking critic was hating on him. And I just like literally can't see a reason why people would to hate on this album. It's just pretty flawless.
Because he's fucking bald. Next time.
With glasses.
I couldn't believe it. That's the dude.
He was. I mean, you gotta get some views.
Huh?
Clickbait. You gotta get some views.
Listen to his opinion.
No, you was watching the Nas.
Oh no, I
It
just
just came up.
yeah, I just brought him up. I think.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we've been in the trap long enough. I don't have nothing else. What do you guys got?
I don't have none.
New York Mouth.
Nah. Shout out to my man Jadakiss. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to that top nigga right now.
Rasta Wax. Any last words?
Just love each other, man. Thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all liking what we got going here. Liking the vibes.
And to piggyback off that, like, subscribe, comment.
West Coast Larry, anything?
Yeah, like, subscribe, comment.
If I dunk, you gotta get to 1 million views.
Yeah, if I dunk, we
Oh yeah,
definitely.
stay tuned to the updates of the videos, cause
I haven't forgot.
we're gonna try to document
forgot
this
they gonna
somehow.
What do you say about? We got a camera right here. Yeah, this is
Alright,
the cameraman.
new challenge. I mean, updated challenge.
Here you go with
Who's
the
gonna dunk
challenges.
first? Not just by the end of the year.
We need a
Who's gonna-
segment with
who's
just
gonna dunk first?
Jarrell's challenges, because Jarrell
It's
makes
the
a
same
challenge
challenge.
every week.
Except for the last week's challenge, was going vegan.
Wait, so we're
And then
changing
the
it?
challenge before that.
What was that?
So
Watch a new movie every
That was
week.
like months ago, bro. That was very
So it's just-
quarantine.
So it's just whoever can dunk first.
Yeah.
Or if you want to wait.
But
till
Trap
the end
has
of
to
the
be
year.
there too, because what counts as a dunk? You know, you got the little rim grazers. Like,
No, if you, alright, you gotta hang on the rim. The ball has to go in the hoop.
You gotta have at least some type of like,
Right, you gotta prove that you dunked it. You can't just
yeah, not the
do a
freshman.
throw in and you
I can't do the mellow.
Nope.
What the fuck, bro? Mello did it all his career.
That's what
No, but we know he
did.
could dunk.
Yeah, you get up like Melo for
I
sure.
mean, if you could do it like Melo, I don't think you can.
I don't
Still gotta
think
get-
you can. What the fuck?
I'm not trying to dunk like Melo.
The Melo definitely counts.
No,
But
that-
yeah, he had some force in it. So
That shit was smooth. Just
yeah. Just not nigga.
you get up to the rim.
Y'all had the worst dunks.
Man, nah, I'm gonna get it. I
I
got.
like Jarrell beat you.
I was like, I got a smooth 6 inches on my guy over here. It's like I'm playing.
He could 6 inches.
Okay.
He called you Tory
Put
Lanez.
myself some money on this now.
He called you Tory. He called you the baby.
$100.
How much?
100.
All right.
Realistically, I'll ask Trap. When do you think? Wait, what if this goes on for 2 years and none of you guys don't?
No. It's still by the end of the year, but whoever gets it first, like, let's
So,
say
if it comes to the end of the year, what if you guys both can't dunk still?
it sucks.
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna be pissed that we spent this much time on it.
I mean, I'm gonna be training.
Well, then we're gonna have to pay y'all 100 each. So 100.
No, wait, I'm not with that.
Hey,
I'm not, I didn't say that.
down for the time.
I didn't say that, but because what
We
if
need
it?
some type of motivation. Do you realistically do you think you could dunk by the end of the year?
Close. The hardest part is gonna be gripping it, because I'm gonna have to grip it into my forearm.
So that means you have
So-
No, you can be a girl ball, fuck
to
it.
get 2 inch higher because you're gonna have to.
Bro,
Yeah.
the point is jumping. So you could be a girl ball, whatever you can palm, just dunk that shit.
Well,
Hang on the
bro,
rim.
nah, then yeah, easily. Because even when I was younger, I was able to get a volleyball because I could palm a volleyball.
Alright, so we'll take that part out. So yep.
Okay, but if it's a basketball, that's gonna be harder. I have to jump higher.
No, that doesn't have to be basketball. Just dunk whatever.
I mean, not like a golf ball or like a tennis ball.
No.
But if I did a volleyball,
What about a women's ball?
I'll take a women's ball.
okay.
Any type of basketball.
Basketball. Women's basketball.
Y'all gonna bring your own basketballs?
I'm like, what women's basketball? I don't have one.
I know, right?
We'll find one, bro.
24 probably got some.
Oh yeah, they definitely got some balls.
But alright. But to answer your question, I think we should tap it at the end of the year. If we don't get it,
We're gonna be outside freezing. Like, come on, Jordan. December 31st. Come on, you got it.
I'm gonna go straight to the gym. I'm going to where there's a basketball court.
and we got a good
No,
time.
somebody's gonna cheat because they're gonna have the outdoor. Y'all both got the outdoor gyms too, the outdoor courts. Like, no, it counts. It's 10 foot. Like, nah, it's 9'7", my boy. Don't try and come with the outdoor rim. It has to be an indoor regulation 10 foot. Not with the big front. You know what I'm saying? I'm there for it. It's gonna be fun. I remember one time me and Ray Key were arguing. I don't know why. We were just like, this is when we first started smoking. But for some reason, he thought I couldn't dunk on him. So it was like, and you know, once other people around, they were like, he started talking. He was like, bro, we can go to the gym. He's like, we can go to the gym. We go to the gym. CSU's gym's open all night. It's like 11 o'clock. For some reason, Eddie is there. Eddie Barnes comes with us. He's like doing a little flip and shit. But then I end up dunking on this fool, and I'm like, I told you. I fucking told you. So yeah, that was a good moment. Hopefully one of you guys can dunk on each other.
I'm gonna do it, bro.
You gonna dunk on me?
Eventually.
Alright. Blue challenge. Oh my god, here we go.
Once you get one dunk, it's like tattoos. It's never enough. You just don't want to dunk all the time.
I'm glad to watch it, bro.
I believe you. Uriah with some hang time is going to be crazy.
That would be crazy. I was good at basketball, but
Yo.
let me start dunking on people.
You gonna get LASIK and start dunking? Like, you about to go a whole new nigga. But to close, have you been hooping?
A little bit. I haven't really played pickup games, more just like
we need to
basketball.
start with it.
If they go this weekend, or if you,
With John then?
no, 24.
Oh, over there? I'm down to go. Yeah.
Hit me up. I'm down.
Sunday in the morning. 10-ish.
Just put on
Or 11ish. Church is over at like 10:30, so I'll do 11 for sure.
put on your Nike socks and your church shoes.
Yeah, just be ready, bro.
I'm always ready. You ain't got ready with that. I'm just in the trunk.
Thanks for watching another episode 29. We'll be back, same time, same vibes, same Fridays.